All right. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you all see me? Most importantly, can you all hear me? And why is my webcam? Yes, I gotta reattach this somehow because every time I move, it makes some type of a shaking vibration. But what's going on, people? Test. How's everything sound, y'all? How's the mic quality? Hopefully not too much peaking. How's the music in the background? How are the levels doing? Okay, there go the chats. There go the chats right there. All right. As always, y'all know what I gotta do. Gotta pop this bad boy out. Yes, sir. All right, now we in business. Here we go. All right, shout out to the chat. Shout out. Starting at the top with the homie Don Otaku. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody around here. For anyone who's living out in the States, happy Thanksgiving to y'all. I know for the Canadians out there, Thanksgiving, y'all have Thanksgiving in October, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Either way, happy Thanksgiving to everyone who celebrates it. We got DIMWITMONKEY, Ayo, Poo. Shit, we really early. Yeah, man, you coming through. Ooh, I see you on point. And then we got the homie Asbel on. Damn, all y'all was here early. You love to see it. Shout out to y'all. Asbel says, hit that like button as y'all come in. Can't get a show as good as this for free anywhere else. So give a like as your entry fee. Oh, I like that, Asbel. I like that. That should definitely be somewhere. If we ever had like a live Ask Neo event, we're gonna plaster that somewhere. But then again, what would likes be in the real world? I have no idea. All right, let's see who else we got. We got the homie Aaron Stallings. What's up, bro? Oh, we got the homie Flame in the chat. Saturday gang, we back. Gang. You know how it is, Flame. Hope y'all ate like kings and queens Thursday with the fam. Yes, indeed. We're gonna talk about the Thanksgiving shenanigans in a bit. We got Lucky Diamond in the chat. Ah, shit, I thought I was late. Nah, you know how it is, y'all. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when we go live. But you know what they say? It's better to fear being late than actually being late. I don't know. I thought I had like some type of Socrates philosophical end piece. But yeah, it's better to be on time than not, man. Shoot, especially at some of these jobs where attendance, like, bro, you could be the best worker in the world, but if you show up like, where's my homie Angel in the chat? Angel knows you could be the best worker in the damn company, but if you show up like 5 minutes late, that's somehow like you, I don't know, ran over somebody's cat. It's just crazy, bro. Now I have an ice cube. Hope I don't choke on this shit. What a way to go, man. Just going out, choking on an ice cube. My God. Oh, we got Rhino in the chat. Brooklyn in the house. Saturday we live Europe. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Brownsville. All right, we got J Redux. Oh, and then we got the homie MX Woods 3 with the $5 super chat. I don't even think I was live when he put this one down, but I appreciate you, homie. The Saturday stream streak continues. Was afraid I was gonna have to sit through this shift without any quality entertainment. Shout out to you, bro. Oh, I appreciate you, MX Woods. Man, I'm just as surprised as you, because for those who don't know, on the last Ask Neo session, I said that stream might be the last time we hold Ask Neos on Saturday, but evidently I have this Saturday off, so I'm Gucci with that, man. Next week I'll have to see if I do have Saturday nights off, and then from there we can just start planning like what weeknight would be the best to hold these streams. See, we got Agent E in the chat. What's up? We got Big Nate, not Small Nate, not to be confused with Small Nate. We got Big Nate now. We got Rich Homie Sean. What's up, bro? We got Dark Star Angel. We got Obi in the chat. Hi, how many pounds of muscle do you think you have to put on throughout your lifting career? I mean, that's kind of a weird question to ask, because you want to put on the most amount of muscle that you possibly could for your frame. You know, it's kind of hard to gauge, and it depends on where you're starting from, your level of body fat percentage. It's like, I don't know. I feel for most people, adding a solid 20 to 25 pounds of muscle throughout their lifting career is pretty good, you know, and obviously that's going to vary from person to person. Like for me, I'm 6'4", so putting on 20 pounds of muscle over the course of, I've been training for 8 years, that's not going to look that different because of my height. But if you take someone who's 5'4" and you add 20 pounds of solid, lean, contractile tissue to their frame, oh, it's going to make a big difference. So honestly, it depends on your body. It depends on how hard you're working in the gym. It depends on a lot of different factors, but you want to at least shoot for, you want to shoot for the moon. So at the very least, if you don't make it to the moon, you land among the stars. We got Flame coming in with a $5 super chat. Hey, a new Saturday edition of Ask Neo. Hope you're doing good, Neo. Also, doing the second playthrough is surprisingly more fun than the first. Just saying. I assume you're talking about... I want to say you're talking about Scarlet Nexus. I think you're talking about Scarlet Nexus because I know that's your game of the year, bro. Appreciate that. Let's see. We got DWTV. What's going on, bro? We got Ryazaki Koizumi. We got the Bloodin. What's up? What's up? Finally catching this live and not 30 minutes into it. Hey, I appreciate you being here. That's all that matters, man. All right, who else we got in here tonight? We got Mr. Platink. Oh, you know, I gotta apologize to Mr. Platink because on the last stream I didn't get a chance to answer his comments because you know Mr. Platink, he the homie. I always like to put his stuff on display. But I apologize for that, man. I'm gonna make sure I get this now. All right, so Mr. Platink says, Neo, my man. How you doing recovering from Turkey Day? Just have it on record. Being able to see you makes me grateful, especially since I can shamelessly flirt with you. Oh my god, yo. You would get along well with some of my coworkers in the break room, man, because they just be... These are dudes with wives and kids and shit, but they just be saying the most sus stuff possible, man. But shout out to you, man. I appreciate you pulling up, and I hope you had a good Thanksgiving as well. Oh, we got Oblivion in the chat. What's up, man? Is that my guy? Is that the Canadian? Is that the Canuck? Rob Grady? I think it is. I think it is. It's the second week of October. There. Me and Rob, we were actually talking about Thanksgiving in the DMs a few days ago, and he was just like, oh shit, yeah, it is Thanksgiving for you Americans. And I said, yup. We got PierretheGamer. What's up, bro? Let's see, we got Anthony in the chat. Oh, we got Bryce. What's up, Bryce? How you doing, bro? We got Silverwolf26. What's poppin'? What's poppin', y'all? Artsy Avanti. I did the impossible. I have obtained a PS5 somehow. Congratulations to you, and congratulations to everybody. We're going to talk about Black Friday in a few minutes. Let's see. Who else is in here? And I think that's just about everybody, so we might as well just get the intros out of the way. All right, you guys, welcome. You know the deal. It is Saturday night, which means it's time for another fabulous installment of Ask Neo. For those who are tuning in for the very first time, welcome to the stream. Ask Neo is my Q&A series where you guys ask me questions and I answer them to the best of my ability. I want to thank everybody for coming out to this stream. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that like button. It helps out the channel tremendously. And other than that, I do want to just pimp out a few things before we just dive into, you know, the general chatting, all that good stuff. If you guys check the video description, there are a couple of links of interest, a couple of important things I want y'all to check out. Basically ways for y'all to, I'm losing all of my tabs right now. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. Let's see. You would think I'd have all this stuff like aggregated to one place and just open it up when I stream, but evidently not. Evidently not. Let's see. Here we go. All right. So if you guys check the video description, you guys will see a couple of links of interest, mainly all of my social media outlets from Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, in addition to our Discord community, the Phantom Weirdos, which is run by the incredibly sus-tastic Shut Up Gabe. So if you guys are interested in joining a Discord community where you can just talk about some stuff, maybe find someone to play, I don't know, whatever the youth play these days. They're always coming out with these new flashy looking... I feel really old, man, because I had to ask someone how to explain, what's it called? I remember, because when Fortnite came out, there was Fortnite when it came out, and then there's Fortnite as it is today. And I wasn't paying attention much to it, but when the second they started adding all these characters like John Wick and you know, Naruto is in Fortnite now, I had to have an honest-to-God conversation with someone who plays Fortnite, and this man's was 14 years old, and he was explaining to me all the basics, the understanding of Fortnite, why people like it, and I was just sitting there like, oh my god, I guess this is what it must have felt like explaining things to my parents when I was a kid. So yeah, Discord community if you guys want to find some people to play games with, or just generally just chat about some cool stuff. And I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons / YouTube members for the channel who help support it by donating and things like that. So shout outs going out to Santos Jimenez, Alex Moretti, Darius Chappelle, Gaius, Jhoel Delcarmen, Zack Rodriguez, GC Plugs, Daniel Pack, Marcus Doyle, Terrell, Hustle and Motivate, PierretheGamer, who's joining us tonight, and maybe a couple of these guys are actually in the chat as well. We got Fostings1, Colin, my boy, We got DIMWITMONKEY, who is also joining us tonight. Don Otaku, again, another regular. And Flame. But you don't really need to shout out Flame, because let's be honest. Acknowledging Flame once is all the world needs for eternally. Nah, but shout out to the homie Flame. He good people. He good people. And yeah, you know, without further ado, let's dive into tonight's Ask Neo. And yeah, like for those who don't know, Ask Neo is just where you guys ask me questions and I answer them to the best of my ability. It's going to be kind of sparse on topics this week because there hasn't been a lot of stuff happening in gaming or anime. Because, you know, we are in the holiday season right now, at least in the United States. So there really hasn't been, you know, like new game releases or just things happening. So if there was anything happening this week that you guys want me to talk about, feel free to comment down below. But yeah, Thanksgiving for me overall was it was pretty chill, man. One thing, and this is the weirdest thing when talking about Thanksgiving, y'all, because I don't know how it is for most normal people, but over here in my family, for the better part of the majority of my life, you know what I'm saying, for like almost 30 years now, Thanksgiving, we've so the best way I can say this is, what time do y'all normally eat Thanksgiving dinner? Right? Some people say they eat it at like 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m. Some people start at noon and then they go from house to house if they've got like families or Friendsgiving, you know, spread the love and all that jazz. But in my family, for whatever reason, and I attribute most of this to my father, we didn't eat Thanksgiving dinner till damn near 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. I remember there was one time we had a Thanksgiving where we didn't eat until like 10:30. Like, bro, that shit was crazy. I remember I think that was like the first Thanksgiving I posted on social media. So this must have been like 2012, 2013, around there. And I remember I posted that and people were like, damn, nigga, you just eating now? What's going on with this? And I said, yo, that's my father, man. He's always late with this shit. But here recently, in the past couple of years, my mom and my sister have taken over the majority of the cooking. So we've had our Thanksgiving dinners earlier and earlier. And this year we had Thanksgiving dinner at 4 p.m., which I feel like that is what most people do. Because after you eat, you can just relax, kick back, maybe go for a walk, maybe watch a movie. And it's just been pretty chill, man. Just a very chill day with the family. Had some good food. Played a lot of Halo Infinite, which, oh, God. Halo Infinite is butter, bro. That game, it's like when I'm not playing it, I'm thinking about it. And when I'm not thinking about it, I'm actually thinking about it because I want to play it, bro. It's just that damn progression system is always what stops me from doing it. That damn progression system, man. But yeah, it was pretty nice, man. After we had Thanksgiving dinner, my sister and I, you know, we got a little drinky on. We were watching some classic Disney movies. What did we watch? We watched the first Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Now, I haven't seen that movie in, I want to say, over 10 years. So going back and rewatching it after so many years, man, that movie still holds up. I'm going to be interested to see if Dead Man's Chest and At World's End hold up the same. Because I remember when I was younger, I really liked Dead Man's Chest a lot. And then At World's End, I was kind of indifferent to. But I'm gonna see what it's hitting for, man. I'm excited. I don't know when I'm gonna watch him, but I'm excited. Then we have a $2 super chat coming in from Flame, second playthrough of Scarlet Nexus. Yeah, I kind of figured that. And then $5 coming in from Flame. Also, don't worry. After Guardians of the Galaxy and Shining Pearl, I'm tackling Tails again. I better not finish it before you do. You most certainly will not, Flame, because I know you're gonna drop Tails. I just know how you are. And shout out to all the homies coming into the chat. Check your DMs, Neo. Oh, what'd you send, Tony? What'd you send, Tony? Let me see this shit. Tony sent me something. Yo! Oh, shit. I'm fucking weak. So, well, Tony, shout out to Adventures of New Yokio in the chat. That's the homie right there. What he sent me on Twitter was a tweet of somebody this Thanksgiving saying, yo, my family still ain't done cooking. That's legit me, man. Except his shit was at 1:52 p.m. My shit would have been like at 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. This shit was crazy, bro. But shout out to the boy Tony, man. It's good to see some people here have also experienced my problems. Yeah, like, y'all, I'm not, dude, you want to talk about the struggle? Like, Thanksgiving as a kid, I used to not even want to leave my room because the second I left my room, bro, I smell all the food, but it's not ready. And I'd just be sitting there like, fam. And you know what the rule is. You don't eat on Thanksgiving. You fast up until the first meal. And I was like, oh my God, bro, this can't be it. This can't be life. This cannot be life. And then I got on social media and I was like, Oh, this most certainly is not life, because everyone is out here eating early at normal times. But you know what? We got this shit, man. We got this. We all good now. Everything is taken care of. All right, and then we got the $5 super chat coming in from the homie Marcus Doyle Terrell, who has since changed his name. My homie's going by MDT. I assume that's saying Marcus Doyle Terrell for real, for real. That's what I think anyway. But $5 super chat, he says, switch my name, but it's Marcus Doyle Terrell. Also, I'm going to make YouTube videos. Have my first video up now. Wish me luck. Oh, shout out to my guy, Marcus. Yo, this is actually going to be great. So Marcus Doyle Terrell, if you guys do not know, longtime viewer of the channel, longtime supporter of the channel. And one thing I love about this man is that he always comes in with some interesting questions. You know, he asks us about gaming shit, nerd shit, all that stuff, but he's not afraid to pivot into the real life conversation. So most of those conversations that y'all be seeing on the playback and you're like, damn, y'all really talk about this? That's courtesy of Marcus, you know, because he puts us in that direction. We talk about life shit, we talk about relationships, and it's always fun. So I'm really interested to hear your point of view on these matters, like relationships, modern dating, you know, the workforce stuff you were talking about. That shit's gonna be nice. And now I'm alive. Let's go. What's up, Esu? How you doing? How you doing? And we got Sterling in the chat. We got Chris Peralta in the chat. Help me 100. Oh, who else we got in here? We got D'Angelo. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Oh, we got HD Boom Bap. What's good, my guy? All right, and we got C. Pierre. We got Colin in the chat. Who else is in here tonight? Who else is in here? I gotta keep scrolling, man. Y'all pulling up tonight. Y'all pulling up tonight. But yeah, shout out to the homie Marcus. Make sure y'all go check out his channel. You said you have it up right now, so I might go. Let me go ahead and drop a subscription over at my homie's channel right quick. Let me go do that shit, bro. Okay, my man's, he did his first video talking about Spider-Man PS4, more first game review. All right, so I'm gonna drop a subscriber for my boy. 6 years later, and that was a little video he did a month ago. Oh damn, you were talking about, oh, this man's video, one of his first videos he made was that Bayonetta greatness. Oh man. This is 7 years ago, so that shit was... Oh, damn, that was in Bayonetta 2? Oh, my God. Dude, I still can't believe Bayonetta 2... The last Bayonetta game we got was 7 years ago. I can't believe that shit, bro. But we almost there. We almost there, people. We almost there. Bayonetta 3 is... It's coming. Oh, fear no hate. What's good, homie? What's up? Corey Gryffindor, what's up, bro? Corey Gryffindor says, okay, just got home right now. Should I play Final Fantasy 14 or Tales of Vesperia while watching the stream? I would say play Final Fantasy 14 because I know you've probably played Vesperia before in the past, right? But if we're talking like a game that you can play and do other stuff at the same time, I think 14 is great for that. That's how I listen to all my podcasts, man. Whenever I'm playing 14 and I'm reading a lot of the stuff in the story, I've usually got a podcast going on in the background, or if I'm doing my dailies or leveling or all that shit. So yeah, I would say play Final Fantasy 14, man. That's what I need to be doing, man. That's what I need to be fucking doing. I love how all throughout the month of August, I had a good streak going with Final Fantasy 14. I beat that expansion. I was like halfway through Stormblood, and then Lost Judgment came out and I had to review it. And then after that, Tales of Arise. And then after that, this and that, bro. This shit was crazy. So obviously I'm not going to be caught up for, Endwalker when that comes out, because I still got to go through Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and then Endwalker. So it's a lot of shit, man. But I know everyone is excited for it. I think it doesn't it drop like the same week as Halo Infinite? So that's legit a week and a half away, y'all. And then Esu says, I'm just here to say Uzumaki Chronicles 1 was better than 2. Y'all are just meat. No. We are not doing this, Josh. We are not doing this today. My man's coming in here with that. I need you to make a full-on review. I need you to do review and comparisons of the two, because I will not tolerate this slander. Uzumaki Chronicles 2 is the GOAT, bro. Oh, God. Bayonetta 3 and that 300p on the Switch. I'm dead. Flame just said Bayonetta 3 and the 300p on the Switch. Good Lord. All right, let's see. Oh, we got a $10 super chat coming in from the homie Don Otaku. Not gonna lie, Thanksgiving is ass. We celebrating the genocide of the Native Americans while eating napkin texture turkey. I can't believe it's lunch meat, ham and whatever the fork dressing is. Nasty. Listen, Don Otaku, I don't know where you be chilling, but I don't celebrate Thanksgiving because of the actual holiday and where it comes from. I celebrate Thanksgiving because a nigga want to eat. A nigga want to eat some good food, good times with some good people. That's my version of Thanksgiving. All that other shit, I don't celebrate it. You will never see me go out there and say Happy Thanksgiving because of Chris Columbus. I will never do that shit. But I will say, pass the fucking mashed potatoes. That's what I will say, man. Oh, okay, you're doing that shit, Josh? Bet. I want to see that. I want to see that. Yo, speaking of which, man, I just mentioned this. Guys, we got like a week and a half till Halo Infinite comes out. I know it doesn't feel like it's that far away because we've been playing the multiplayer, but guys, that's legit a week and a half till the whole game comes out, man. The whole campaign and everything. This is crazy, man. This is 6 years in the making. Oh, and it's funny. It's funny I mentioned that because Elitist Edits comes through and says, "You ready for the Halo Infinite campaign, bro?" I'm going into that shit blind, man. I know there's previews coming out of people talking about their experiences and yada yada yada. I can't do that shit, bro. I need to see the game in its full context because early previews can be very misleading. Y'all saw what happened with Cyberpunk. So I want to see this game and appreciate it for what it is. And if it's great, I'll speak the praises of it. If it's not so great, best believe I'm gonna be on here ranting about that shit. I don't care what I can't even say I don't care what the dislikes look like anymore because we ain't got no dislikes, y'all. So I legit can come on here and say any type of blasphemous shit. No one would ever know the dislikes. Yo, Chris, ask your homies at Xbox to shoot me a Series X. Yo, listen, if I had any type of pull to get Xboxes, I would give Xboxes to the whole block. Or at the very least, give y'all the opportunity to buy Xboxes. Because it's tough out here, man. There were some PS5s on Amazon today. They were gone in like 6 seconds. I legit wanted to buy a digital PS5. And then the second I went to Amazon, I had it in my cart. I hit checkout. Gone. Literally gone. Like the second it went up, gone, bro. This shit is crazy. What's going on, Chris B? What's up, Reed? What's up, Dread? How y'all doing? Oh, we got Luis in the chat. Neo, react to Young Neo's Uzumaki Chronicles review. Yeah, that's actually one of the videos that's going to be included in the anniversary stream. I was going to do it this week, but then I remembered, fuck, it's Thanksgiving week and there's a lot of shit happening. So that's another thing that we got to get going on with the channel. Yeah, we got a lot of good content for that stream coming in, man. There's a lot of shit we're going to talk about. You got it, Marcus. Listen, I am always here to help inspire and nurture new content creators. I don't care what your first video looks like. I'm just happy that you upload that video, man, because that's how everything starts. That's literally how everything starts. It's just you putting yourself out there. When we do that anniversary stream, y'all will see the type of videos I used to make, and you're going to be like, wow, this man went from this to that. Because life is about growth. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. And we got Sir Scriptastic, my guy. What's up? Oh, but to Fear No Hate's comment about Cowboy Bebop, I'm not going to review Cowboy Bebop, bro, because I'm not going to watch Cowboy Bebop. I'm kind of done with hate watching stuff. Like, there was a period in my life where I would want to watch something because it was so bad and just to rant about it or whatever. But now I'm just thinking to myself, there's so many better things I could be doing with that time. I could be watching better shows. I could be playing games. I could be jacking off for 10 hours. I don't know. I probably would die if I jacked off for 10 hours. But yeah, that Cowboy Bebop shit, I don't know, man. I like, literally, there's so many other shows I need to finish watching. Like Succession, I've started that show. That's a really good show. I want to finish Succession. Or at least get caught up with Succession rather than Bebop, you know? Because there's no amount of like alcohol or weed or shrooms in the world that would make me want to sit through what Netflix did, you know? Even if some people say, well, there's some good parts to it, I can't just sit here and watch something and be like, well, that is kind of cool, but the rest of it is whatever, you know? It's like how with the CW shows, they do things that are interesting because they've never been done before, but everything else around it is just sloppily executed. You know what I'm saying? It's like CW did Flashpoint. Well, it's not the actual Flashpoint. It was actually terrible too, so it's not worth it. Oh, my man Sir Scriptastic is going to play all the Yakuza games. Shout out to you, man. Have a freaking ball. But I will say this about the Yakuza games. Pace yourself when you play them. Definitely pace yourself. Because that's a series where if you marathon all those games, you're never going to want to play another Yakuza game for a while. And I don't know how people be doing that shit. Like, one of my homies went through, this is back when Yakuza 6 came out, so this is 2018. He went through all of the games in the franchise in the span of, I think, a month. And I was like, how? How the fuck did you do that? He says, man, listen, I just don't want to see another Yakuza game for 2 years. Let's see. Neo, do you think Gran Turismo 7 is going to be PlayStation's Forza Horizon 5? Well, they're two different games. Forza Horizon 5, I think, has more of a mass appeal by comparison to Gran Turismo, which is more of a simulation racer. So a better comparison would be Forza Horizon. I'm sorry, would be Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo. I think there's going to be some people who get into Gran Turismo for the first time with the new one. And of course, the OG veterans are going to be there, but I don't think it's going to have that appeal just because it is a simulation racer, and some people don't like that. And appreciate Darren77 for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. All right. And then we have a $9.99 super chat coming in from the homie John McKinney. As you know, The Hunchback of Notre Dame from 1996 is my favorite Disney movie, tied with Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I've never read the book by Victor Hugo. Is it worth a read? Well, to tell you the truth, bro, neither have I. I mean, I remember when I was in English class, English Clash. I was about to say it's the English Clash of Ninja. When I was in English class back in like high school, we did read excerpts of like really important stories that have been adapted into modern media. So of course, a lot of the Shakespeare stuff, and Hunchback of Notre Dame was one of them. But we didn't read the whole thing. We only had like certain excerpts, and it was interesting. I mean, I can't really speak on it like, wow, it's so much better, blah blah blah. Obviously, it was much darker than the Disney version. I mean, it is what it is, but even then, the Disney version is still really dark by comparison to a lot of the stuff they did in that era. Like, there's like some movies that Disney will always talk about, and then there's Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's like the way that movie starts is still Jesus Christ. But yeah, I would definitely, I mean, if it's one of your favorite movies, man, I feel like you owe it to yourself to know where it came from, even if it is completely different or darker or more gruesome. In fact, I think that makes it more interesting. If you're talking about like the differences between the adaptations, you know? Gran Turismo is the premier racing sim. There's a reason nothing has been able to dethrone it. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. I'm not disputing the quality. I'm just saying, like, some people, just based off the nature of it being a simulation racer versus a kart racer, such as Mario Kart or even Forza Horizon, it's just one giant sandbox racing of fuckery. That's like more of a palpable thing for people. But that game, Gran Turismo, is going to post numbers. It's going to be absolutely insane when that shit drops, bro. Holy fuck. I kind of wish it was PS5 exclusive, though. Because if there ever was going to be a system seller that was legit PS5 only, it would be Gran Turismo. Like, everything else you can say, like, yeah, it's going to push numbers, blah, blah, blah. But Gran Turismo, it's like, you don't even have to worry about that shit, bro. You just put that out there, people going to eat that shit up. Because that's the first mainline Gran Turismo game since 6 dropped in 2013. They had GT Sport, but that wasn't really, you know, it was GT Sport. So yeah, like, people have been waiting for this shit, bro. And you know, Polyphony. They take their time on this shit for a reason. Oh, Grimdark, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Let's see. DW says, I've been watching you since your Kingdom Hearts 3 review, and I will never look back, man. But I've played again for my playthrough, and it's better now. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm as cynical. Oh, so you're saying, like, you appreciate Kingdom Hearts 3 more now than you did when it came out? I mean, that's kind of where I'm at right now, man. Kingdom Hearts 3, like, I played it at the time. Y'all know, I didn't care for it. I thought it was a huge letdown. But in recent years, I've come to really appreciate a lot of the things. Like, the combat in Kingdom Hearts 3 is just fucking incredible. Now, it did take a while to get there with some of the patches and the balances and all that stuff. But if I were to go back and play a Kingdom Hearts game purely for the combat and the visuals and the spectacle, it's going to be part 3. Like, there's just no competition. So I can totally see that, man. I really wish that they did do more with Kingdom Hearts 3, like more post-game content. I would have loved that shit, man. Like, yeah, we got the data battles and stuff. We got the Remind ending. But man, I would love like just a nice meaty expansion, like 5 hours, 8 hours of content, just a different story. Man, I would love that shit. But you know, we waiting for Kingdom Hearts 4. We're waiting for Kingdom Hearts 4, man. I would not be surprised if they've been working on that shit in secret and they're like, yo, this game is coming out not next year, but it would come out within 2 years. I'll say this much. If Final Fantasy 16 comes out and it's actually really good, like, because, you know, the timeline of when it was announced to when it's going to release is probably going to be about 2 years. That's really good for Square Enix, because y'all know. So, I'll never forget this one comment I read. It was on the original Final Fantasy Versus 13 trailer. Someone said, I watched this trailer when I was graduating high school in 2006. It's 2016 now. I'm married and my wife is expecting our first child. Like, holy shit, bro. In the span of 10 years from when they announced Versus 13 to when 15 finally came out, this man had a whole life and he's bringing a new life into the world. That's crazy, bro. Oh, Corey Gryffindor, I know, man, I know. I just gotta be in the mindset to play Kingdom Hearts, man. Shit. I think, honestly, after playing Jedi Fallen Order and going through that with the combat and the parrying and the dodging, I think that's what's gonna motivate me to get back and play more of the data battles. Because, man, like, dude, Jedi Fallen Order is so fucking good. Like, I just finished up a second playthrough of that shit. Oh my god, man. I can't believe it's only been 2 years since that shit came out. I need the next installment, bro. I need the fucking next installment. I was in 8th grade when they dropped the trailer for Final Fantasy Versus 13. I'll never forget this shit, guys, because that was back before the day. Like, you know how it is now, if you see a trailer for something, it's usually on your phone. That was back in the days where you legit had to go onto the computer to watch this shit, man. I think I was in the library of my middle school, and I would always just look up, you know, like, oh, Kingdom Hearts 3 fan art or something, because, you know, like, I had just beaten part 2 earlier that year, and I was like, when is Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out? And then I stumbled across Final Fantasy Versus 13. I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And then sure enough, literally a few weeks later, they dropped that trailer. I was like, what the fuck is this, man? And I'll never get this. They were saying, like, it's gonna be a more realistic version of Kingdom Hearts. It's like, you got the Kingdom Hearts team working on the gameplay, and then you got the people who made Advent Children doing the visuals. Like, I was the most hyped 13-year-old out there, man. That shit was crazy. Let's see. Oh, we have a $7 Canadian super chat coming in from the homie Rob Grady. Thank you so much, bro. Hunter x Hunter has officially been on hiatus for 3 years. One Piece is gonna end before Hunter x Hunter. Let that sink in. I mean, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all, man. But, you know, I'm of two mindsets, man. As much as I want to see the continuation of Hunter x Hunter, it's not above Togashi's health. Because there's, I don't know, just with, I mean, you guys know what happened with Mira earlier this year. And it puts a lot of things into perspective about the industry and people who overwork themselves. And mind you, some of it is self-inflicted because it's a lot of these people wanting to do the best they can, and they end up overworking themselves because a lot of these people are workaholics. But yeah, if whatever Togashi is going through, I know it's 3 years. People say, well, come on now, what's going on? But even if, like, it's just him working on his mental health, his well-being, and regaining his strength, like, by all means, that's what matters more than anything. And this man gave us a Yu Hakusho. So for me, it's like, dude, just relax. Live your life, man. Live your life. We got $2 super chat from Flame. Can we talk about Cal somehow not having a show yet? Oh, I'll tell you that, man. It's because nobody at Lucasfilm thought that Jedi Fallen Order was going to post numbers. Like, literally, that's what it is, bro. Jedi Fallen Order, I remember, because you guys know the stigma that was surrounding Star Wars at the time. Not only, you know, with the movies and shit, but just with what EA was doing with Star Wars Battlefront. So you had a lot of negative energy going into that, and it was coming from Respawn. People were like, Respawn? I mean, they did Titanfall. Titanfall's cool, but they're doing a Star Wars action game? What? So it was very similar to what happened with Guardians of the Galaxy, where a lot of people weren't expecting it to be great, and then they get the game, and it's actually great. So I think it was one of those situations where even Disney and Lucasfilm themselves were kind of like taken aback. What the fuck? Like, people like this shit. Wow. So I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the road we do see Cal in the Star Wars expanded universe. It's so weird because That's what the old name used to be, but now it's not. It's Legends. But I call in general anything that's outside of where a character came from. Like if let's say for example, Cal shows up in The Mandalorian or he shows up in Ahsoka, like I'm like it's the larger Star Wars expanded universe. But I would love to see Cal. Order 66, no matter how many times I see it portrayed, I love it. I love it so much because you get it from different perspectives. I loved seeing it in Revenge of the Sith, but when I saw it handled in Jedi Fallen Order, it was completely different because it was literally a Padawan who escaped the massacre and the long-term ramifications of what that does to a person and how... Can I spoil a 2-year-old game, you guys? Can I spoil a 2-year-old game? Oh, we got my boy Dan O'Mac in the chat. What's going on, bro? Love to see it, man. We got a lot of the homies in here. And of course, you show up when we're talking about Star Wars, man. That's awesome. I need somebody to ask me to give me the A-OK if I can spoil something from Jedi Fallen Order. I can spoil it. I mean, it's a 2-year-old game. It's on Game Pass. Y'all have had the time. Y'all have had the time, man. All right. Don Otaku says no. All right. So we got one person saying no, I'm cool with it. Well, it's not really a big, okay, it's not a big spoiler. I'm not giving away anything that you're going to be like, damn, I wish I experienced that in the game. It's none of those things. But if you guys are worried about spoilers, mute the stream right now. I'm going to do some type of a weird animation on screen so you can know when to turn it back on, or someone in the comments will tell you. But yeah, mute the stream right now. We're going to talk about one spoiler. Mute the stream. Okay, this is gonna be the animation. When I pick up the Baby Yoda thermos, when I pick this up again, that is when it is safe to turn the stream back on. So if anybody, and this is the last time I'm saying it, if you are worried about spoilers for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, mute the stream right now, okay? Mute it now. Okay, so, and y'all who are still here listening, you're gonna know this is not even that big of a spoiler. But one of the things I love the most about Jedi Fallen Order with the character of Cal was his PTSD of experiencing Order 66. Not necessarily just the event, the genocide of the Jedi, but how personal it was for him. Like, yeah, everyone got fucked in that situation, but for him to have his Jedi master, his teacher, die, and he feels responsible for it, and how it ate away at him for so many years, and then just seeing how that affects him as a character, and when you're playing as him, and as you progress, and how he gets better and more accustomed to this situation he's living in, and then, oh my god, the way they handled him getting over that trauma was beautiful. And then when he became a Jedi Knight, oh my god, bro, it was so good. And how he had to go back and face his fears. Like, dude, I was watching that and I'm like, oh my god, this is like legit some of the best content we've ever gotten in Star Wars, period. Because the thing about Star Wars is, you know, just because based off the era that the movies were produced, sometimes a lot of characters didn't get much in the way of development. And now that we're in this era where you can finally have these characters fleshed out in a way that we've never gotten to see it before, I still don't know why the sequel trilogy didn't flesh out people. It's great to see how things in the Star Wars world that would have impacted people, we can finally see that. That's why I'm so excited for the Obi-Wan show. I'm excited for the Obi-Wan show because we can actually see what the fall of the Jedi, Order 66, in addition to Obi-Wan losing not only the love of his life, but losing Anakin to the dark side, what that does to a man. What does it do to a person? Like, we see him before it happens, and we see him 17 years later, but everything in between. I want to see that shit, man. And I'm so excited that Ewan McGregor's coming back, because if there's anybody who could pull off such range in performances, it's Ewan McGregor, and I'm so excited. Anyone in the comment section, you can let them know that spoilers are now done. And Darth Vader is Luke's father. Exactly. Darth Vader is Luke's father. Yeah, and Clone Wars, perfect example. Clone Wars, the final season, well, the last 4 episodes, The Siege of Mandalore. That is, in my opinion, that's like top 3 Star Wars stuff. That's right up there with Empire Strikes Back. And it, oh god, man, I might just go back and rewatch that after this stream, man. We got a $2 super chat coming in from the homie Blue Senshi. Neo is such a boomer, currently at work. Yeah, I'm getting up there, man. I'm getting up there, bro. Like, there's just certain, okay, A question for you guys in the chat. Have you guys had any boomer moments recently? Like in the past couple of years where you're just like, fuck, I don't understand this. Even after someone explained it to me, I don't get it. Maybe I am too old. Like for me, that was Fortnite. I don't really understand the appeal of Fortnite. I like the idea of Fortnite. I like all the characters running around. It looks pretty, but I don't get it. Like, what do y'all do? Do y'all build stuff? Do you shoot stuff? Do you shoot and build stuff? I don't get it. Spoilers done. Thank you very much, H&E. We talking age, man. We talking age. Yeah, I'm literally having a boomer moment writing the scripts for these Naruto videos. Yo, it be like that, Josh. It honestly be like that. Like when we go back, like, bro, could you imagine ever explaining to somebody that we used to have to? Because here's the thing, man. The craziest thing I think I ever had, like in terms of a boomer moment, was a kid telling me, because I was, you know, with my ex, you know, her little nephew, he was in love with me, man, because I was a gamer and I was into all this stuff. So he would always ask me about things and everything. And I used to tell him, like, yeah, you know, back in the day, I used to rush home from school to watch like all these shows like Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon. And if we didn't watch it at that time, you couldn't watch it. That was it. You had to wait for it to come back on TV. And he just said, so you guys didn't have like Netflix? You guys couldn't just go online and watch it? And I was like, well, no, we couldn't. And he's like, why? And I was like, oh my God. This is the divide, because kids don't really watch TV anymore like that. This is the divide, bro. This is the divide. Kids were like, there was a time where you actually had to be home to watch TV. Could you imagine explaining to somebody that if we wanted to see what movies were playing, we used to have to call the theater on the phone to get the screen times, or we had to look in the newspaper to get the screen times? Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Telling the kids back in my day, Toonami was on weekdays. Yo, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man. I see Cal like Ichiban, a good man caught in a very bad situation. Those stories made me cry. Yes. Oh my God. Shout out to Yakuza Like a Dragon. If you have not yet played that damn masterpiece of a game, please do. I implore you. It's my top 3. It's in my top 3 Yakuza games, and I didn't even expect that going in. And I was like, yeah, man, but I like Yakuza. It's going turn-based. I don't know. We'll see. And then I left that game being like, oh my God, this is one of the greatest JRPGs I've ever played. Why don't they tell more stories like this? Yakuza Like a Dragon is amazing. Y'all got no excuse. It's like $15 right now. It's on Game Pass. Please, please play Yakuza Like a Dragon. At least give it a shot, man. Dog, remember when you could hold L2 and Budokai 2 with the skill chop and unlock the skills at random, and even then it wasn't always guaranteed to work? That, and then just all those weird little quirks about games. Like, could you imagine telling somebody like, okay, here's all these cheat codes you put into Grand Theft Auto San Andreas? They're like, what? Yeah, because now you buy that shit. You buy those power-ups in games. You buy the big head mode. You buy, like, fucking tanks spawning everywhere. That's GTA Online. They took cheat codes and they made that GTA Online. This is fucking insane, bro. The post, he said, I platinumed that game. The post-game dungeon is AIDS, though. Oh my God, yo. Some of the dungeons in that shit was wild, bro. But I loved going through them, man. I might go back and 100% that. I don't really 100% games because, you know, once I beat the main story and I clear up some stuff, I move on to the next one. But I legit might go back and do that shit. It's good shit, man. It's good shit. My brain somehow can't process Knights of the Old Republic being playable on Switch. Yo, I need to see how the port of that is, because I might buy KOTOR on Switch. I mean, I got it on my Xbox, but sometimes that portability come in clutch, man. Sometimes I just want to be like, yeah, man, I want to go to the other room and play KOTOR. I want to sit on the couch. Honestly, that's why the Switch sells so much, bro. Once you get past the nostalgia, it's that portability, man. Like, there's no reason I need to own some of these games on Switch, but I do. Because sometimes a nigga just want to go places. $5 super chat from Marcus Doyle Terrell. I remember when I said The Flash was the best superhero show on TV. What on earth happened? Oh, I'll tell you what happened. It's called the CW effect. You got a show on the CW. Starts out pretty promising. Likeable characters. Not the greatest show by any means. It's not going to win any awards. It's not going to... these actors aren't thespians. It's not Citizen Kane. But it's cool. It's decent stuff. And then the second season happens. Not as strong, but still decent, enjoyable. And then season 3 goes all out the fucking window, man. It just, every single CW show is on a ticking time bomb. It's a clock towards mediocrity. But the thing that kills me the most about The Flash is, okay, I fell out of The Flash after season 4. Because after they did the season 3 stuff with, what's it called? The Flashpoint, Savitar, all that other nonsense, Reverse Flash, and blah, 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 and not being this character, being this character, actually all along, clone of Barry Allen. I was like, okay, I'm tapping out. I got halfway through season 4. I was like, yeah, I'm good, Chief. I'm good. And then it's become less about the Flash himself and more about the Flash family. It's Fast and the Furious, but the Flash. Like everyone and their mama is a speedster, apparently. Barry Allen's a speedster. Iris West is now a speedster. Their daughter from the fucking far, far future is the speedster, and she's in this reality. I would not be surprised if they make this man Joe, who honestly was my favorite character in the show. I would not be surprised if this man just wakes up and he has a speedster powers. But man, what kills me the most is that, like, I just really need to know what the bar is for this show. Like, because these shows, they're not high budget at all. They aren't. You guys can tell. But somehow they keep going on. So part of me is thinking that it's because the shows are produced for so cheap and they get the ratings that they need. That's why they continue it. But man, if you just look at that stuff that's going on in the new Flash seasons, oh my God. Like, oh my fucking God. I can't even describe it, man. You gotta go watch some clips. If y'all follow me on Twitter, you know I retweet that shit all the time. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, man, it's just CW dribble. It had so much potential. Like, I remember geeking the fuck out at the end of season 1 because they were talking about, they were like references to the Justice League and all this stuff. I was like, oh shit, they're doing it, man. They're fucking doing it. And yeah, they did something, all right. Except they left that shit there. They didn't flush the toilet. It's killing me because it smells. And we got another $5 from Marcus. Why do you think it is that people in bad relationships always stay in them? Your friends and family tell you the person is terrible and yet they stay. Well, honest to God, man, I can relate this from personal experiences because my last relationship, there was a lot of warning signs, you know, as we got into like the first year and onwards, that you always tell yourself, all right, I'm going to avoid this, blah, blah, blah. But what happens is, at least in my experience, I'm not speaking for everybody else, but what happens is you really get to know the person and you have love for the person and you give them the benefit of the doubt, because when you love people, sometimes the lines get blurred. Like sometimes, yeah, we can all have bad days or bad episodes and shit happens, but I live by my mantra is essentially this. I don't really care about what you did in the past. I don't really care about, you know, all the issues you have now, but if you're working towards being a better person, then that's all that really matters. And when you apply that logic to a relationship with someone who you love and, you know, you kind of put up with some things, you think that, okay, they're going through something right now, but, you know, they'll get over it. Like with my ex, one of the things that she was really, like, you know, it's one of those, I keep bringing this up, when something is a big problem to them, yet they don't tell you about it until like further down the road and it blows up out of nowhere. Like that whole shtick. That in addition to, you know, just being too clingy on certain aspects. And I'm a very open book. As you guys know me, the way I am right now, where we can just talk openly about things, like no judgments, that's the logic I apply to people. I'm not petty. I don't go and use someone's information against them to tell other people. That's just not my shtick. It's dumb. So in my case, the reason why I stayed through some of that stuff was because, you know, you love a person and you want to work with them to better themselves. Because, you know, nobody is perfect. Nobody's perfect, as Hannah Montana says, man. But there does come a time when you have to stop using that logic, because that logic gets played out. And when you're getting hurt repeatedly, it gets to the point where you become numb. And when you start becoming numb, that's where bad things happen. That's where you're like, you know what? This is okay. This is all right, you know, because what's out there in the dating world is much worse. So this relationship is not perfect. There's problems, but you can overwork them, or you can work through them. You can overcome them. The problem with that, it's a sound argument, but the issue that comes with that is too many of those problems that you can overwork and overcome. I keep saying that, I'm sorry. You can overcome. They're not things that are negotiable. Like, okay, like a perfect example would be all right, like what's a minor problem in a relationship? Like, let's just say she doesn't like that you don't wash the dishes when you finish eating. You know, she's someone who wants the dishes washed immediately. That's something you can overcome. But if it's something like you complimenting another woman, like, oh, saying like, oh my god, she's gorgeous, like, you see that, and them having an issue with that, it's like, okay, no, that's just fucking weird, and those are your insecurities manifesting themselves onto the surface, and you're applying that onto me like I did something wrong. Like, it's just a harmless compliment, like, oh, she's a very beautiful woman. Like, if you can't come out here and say somebody like Gabrielle Union or Sofia Vergara or Ana de Armas, like, those people are gorgeous women in just platonic sense, not saying you thirsting after them, and they have an issue with that, I'm like, come on, we don't need that type of drama. It's dumb. So those are the type of things that you kind of have to sit down and think, okay, do I want to keep going through these situations where there's always something that is an issue, but just because I'm not out here in the dating world where it's much worse, my current situation is better? No. So after a while, you know, I had a long, hard conversation with myself thinking, okay, like, there are all these red flags here, things that I avoided because all the other times in a relationship is good, but is this what I want in the future? Because obviously it's not getting better. So if something is not getting better, the more time you spend in the relationship, you're just reminded of the fact that it's not getting better. So that's what a lot of people, they have to have that moment where I guess the proverbial, you know, glass shatters in their mind and they're like, yeah, this is not cool at all. And I always tell people, like, if the relationship is not working out after you've tried, you're honest to God. I'm not talking about him liking someone's photo on Instagram and then you breaking up with him. I'm not talking about that dumb shit, but I'm talking about, like, if you overcame certain things and it's still not working out, then it's time to look into other places, you know, go where the grass might be greener. And that's why I always tell people, like, I'm a firm believer that this is going to sound so old school, but you should not be having kids with people if you cannot foreseeably see them being your partner for the rest of your life, or at the very least for the foreseeable future. Because what happens with too many people is that they get into the honeymoon phase, they stay in the honeymoon phase, then they have a kid for whatever reason, and then they're now, like, surprised that now they have to deal with that person for the rest of their life. Like, don't put that thing there unless that thing is on. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Like, minimize your problems. So I'm happy that, like, I came out of a 3-year relationship not having any attachments. Like, because if I had a kid, then that's a whole big deal. That's a whole issue. And yeah, I know co-parenting exists, and people, you know, sometimes you get into a situation where you can co-parent effectively. Cool. But is that the rule? No, it's not. That's a very small minority. So yeah, I would definitely, I would tell people, you know, get out of the relationship if it's causing you literal pain and anguish. It's going to be hard. It's going to be rough. The first couple of months afterwards, you're going to feel like shit. You're going to wonder what you did wrong. You're going to wonder, should I go back? But remember, you always have to remember how you felt when you were in that situation. And just because you feel bad leaving that situation, that doesn't mean you're going to feel better going back to it. And then this is where it gets kind of fucked up. But sometimes, Marcus, sometimes people like this, it's like one of those things where, you know, when you're a kid and you're messing with the stove and you burn your hand and your mom is just like, oh my God, you burned your hand. Oh my God, here, let me fix that for you, baby. And then immediately afterwards, she's like, I bet you ain't gonna put your hand on that stove again, huh? Like, sometimes you need that tough love. And if someone is repeatedly doing that, that's on them. That's on nobody else. That's on nobody else. If you see all the warning signs and red flags and you keep going back to that, that's on you. So at the end of the day, you just got to let people live their lives. And if they complain about that stuff, that's on them, man. We got a $4.99 super chat coming in from the homie Dan O'Mac. Thank you so much, bro. Boomer fact: Bungie almost went bankrupt with Myth 2. The game had a bad bug and the CD-ROM recall cost $800,000. That's why Microsoft bought them. Yes, little known fact some people do not know about Bungie back in the day, man. Like, some people thought Bungie's first game was Halo, which is so interesting. But no, like, Bungie was big into the PC scene, and just like seeing their history of when they started, when they were with Microsoft, and now they're on their own, away from Activision. It's really crazy how, like, it wasn't even that long ago when you think about it. Like, Halo is 20 years old, and it doesn't seem like that much time has passed. It's insane. We have $2.79 coming in from the homie Leon. Watching you in 1080p on my new Starlink. This man got himself a star. Wasn't there a game called Starlink? That was like, I think a Toys, I don't think it was a Toys to Life game, but I know it had Star Fox on the Switch version. Starlink Battle for Atlas? I think that's what it was called. Self-love and peace in your soul can't be replaced. That is a fact, Rhino. That is a fact. Listen, you guys, you gotta, the important thing I always tell folks, because every now and then I get a DM from somebody just asking me like, okay, dude, like, I'm really lost in life. And it could be someone who literally has like all their shit together and feel lost in life, or someone who doesn't have their shit together and they feel lost in life. The important thing I always say is that you got to prioritize your happiness, whatever that happiness may be. Like, for me, my level of happiness right now is my loving relationship that I have with my mom, my sister, my brother, my close circle of friends, all of you guys online, and just being able to do the things that I'm able to do. Like being able to enjoy stuff in peace and not have to worry about someone like, okay, again, I don't want to bring up too much of my last relationship, but in my last relationship, something isn't a problem until it is a problem. Like, take for example, you know, when I'm working, work 40 plus hours a week, and then I do the YouTube stuff, obviously free time is kind of scarce. And when you're trying to do this YouTube shit, it is definitely a grind. There's the time spent recording, there's the time spent editing, there's the time spent streaming and all that stuff. And then you have your leisure time. What does your leisure time entail? Well, for me, my leisure time outside of all this stuff is going to the gym and working out. And then you factor in a relationship on top of that. Obviously, something's going to have to give. Now, if you guys notice, back in 2018, 2019, I wasn't making as much content because I was working a lot and I was also in a relationship. So that took up a lot of free time. But in those situations where I'm like, you know what? I do want to sit back and unwind. I don't want to do anything crazy. I just want to have some me time. That was somewhat of a problem for my ex, which was very strange because it's like, you know exactly where I am. Just because I choose one night out of the week that we don't hang out because I just want to play my games or watch a movie by myself, you have an issue with that. You know, it's like shit like that. That was disturbing my peace. And at the time, I didn't view it as a problem because it was like, okay, I see it from her perspective. She just wants to hang out, blah, blah, blah. But then I had to sit down and say to myself, yo, there ain't no ring on her finger, bro. Why is she policing you about what you doing? Like, you could literally be out there doing the worst. Like, there's some people in relationships where they don't even know where their significant other is, or their significant other is lying. You know, to quote my homie Hard 8 Times, I could be dropping dick off if you over here policing me about what I'm doing, you know? But I'm not. I'm just, sometimes niggas just want to play the game in the crib. That's it, you know? So you have to be with a person that understands you on some level. Like, I'm not a person that puts games over a relationship, but at the same time, if I can't play games or do things in a relationship, I shouldn't be in a relationship because this shit is a part of my life, you know? And it's always going to be a part of my life. Like, anime, manga, video games, all this shit is very important to me. I came out the womb loving this stuff. And if someone's telling me that you can't do that because you're not going to be spending as much time with me, you don't need that type of person in your life, man. You don't. You never realize how important that personal time is until you don't have it anymore. That's a fact, bro. That is an absolute fact, which is why I don't mind staying single for the next couple of years, man, because what do I got to worry about? Like, y'all know me. Eventually, I want to settle down and have kids, but I'm not in no rush. And if I do want to have kids, it's got to be with that right person. I got to know. I got to gel with her. We got to click. We got to have a mutual understanding. Mutual understanding. Dude, I got out of a 4-year relationship and we were engaged. It would have been so much harder if we had a kid. Please be careful, y'all. Yup. That's a fact, you guys. Listen. Like I said, you got to be married to that person if you're having kids. Or at the very least, you got to know that if you have a kid with this person, that's not the end of your relationship with that person. So just, you got to know what you're going into, man. Because a lot of my homies, they going through that baby mama drama, and I just don't want to be that person, but I just wanted to tell them, like, straight up, like, I told you so, bro. I told you so. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. You cannot, bro. Okay, so I got a lot of questions from people asking about Hawkeye and what do I think about Hawkeye. So for those who don't know, Hawkeye is the latest Marvel Studios show on Disney Plus. They just dropped the first 2 episodes this week. And I was low-key excited for Hawkeye because, you know, in the pantheon of Marvel comics, I really do like a lot of the street level stuff just as much as the cosmic stuff, like the larger in life battles. Like, that stuff is cool. But sometimes you do like something on the level of Daredevil or Jessica Jones or Luke Cage. And I was excited to see Marvel return to that with Hawkeye. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I feel nothing for this show. Like, I think it's very well shot. Haley Steinfeld is cool. Of course, I love Jeremy Renner. But nothing about the show is really gripping me, other than maybe we might see some cameo appearances from some former Marvel TV shows that are not canon anymore. That's the only thing gripping me. But as it stands right now, there's nothing for me to latch onto. Like, I watched that first episode, and by the time it was over, I'm like, an hour went by and nothing really important happened. Then I watched the second episode, and I saw that some interesting stuff happened, but at the same time, I'm not... Like, here's the thing. I know everyone has their own opinions, and it's very mixed when it comes to Marvel shows. Like, some people love WandaVision, some people hate Falcon and Winter Soldier, and vice versa, blah, blah, blah. But at least with those shows, they gave you something interesting to latch onto. And it's like, okay, I want to see what happens in the next episode. Like, let's see where it goes. But with this show, I just really didn't, man. And fingers crossed that's just because it is one long story, and there is just, it's just a slow burn. And then as we get closer and closer to the other episodes, it starts ramping up, hopefully. But as it stands right now, I'm just like, okay, I'm good. Like, yeah, like, I appreciate some of the superficial stuff. Like, you know, if you did read the Matt Fraction run of Hawkeye, like, the logo is straight up from that show. If you look at the intro, very much so inspired by that run. A lot of things in the show are inspired by that run. So that's cool to see, but... You know, to me, that's like the icing on the cake. Like people with what was that movie? What was that movie? It's slipping my brain. Okay, with the Netflix Death Note movie. I don't know why I forgot it. It's actually a good thing I forgot it. With the Netflix Death Note movie, a lot of people were like, "Yo, the movie's trash," but they made L eat candy, so that means it's great. It's like, I don't care that the nigga ate candy. Like, where's the rest of the movie? Where's the good stuff, you know? It's like, superficial shit is great. And I'm not saying that Hawkeye is like that at all. But I just want something, to pop in the story. Like, boom, like, let's get something hype happening, man. Yeah, Matt Fraction is a great writer, man. Did you talk about Arcane already? No, I have not gotten a chance because I haven't watched Arcane. It's on the list, though. Now that it's... I believe the entire season is now complete. Or I might be wrong. Don't quote me. I do want to check it out because I've heard amazing things about it. Like, I've only seen, like, a couple of seconds of the show. Like, whenever I boot up Netflix. You know how it does that autoplay thing? And dude, the animation looks unreal. And from what I'm hearing from people, it's a really good show in general. And it also stars Haley Steinfeld, so... Ooh. Haley Steinfeld, she booked and busy, man. She fucking eating out here, man. She was in Transformers. She was in Hawkeye. She's in Arcane. She's what else was she in? I know she was in Edge of 17. She's doing a lot of stuff, bro. Okay, it's finished. Bet. All right, so I'm probably gonna binge that at some point. Yeah, if you watch the Hawkeye show, there's definitely some subtle nods that they're probably gonna bring in Kingpin. I would not be surprised by, like, episode 4 or 5. Like, basically, the week Spider-Man No Way Home comes out. Spider-Man No Way Home comes out the 17th. Hawkeye, if it airs, that 15th. I have a feeling Kingpin's going to show up in that episode for that week. Oh, speaking of Spider-Man, tickets go on sale this Monday, you guys. Holy shit. I just realized that we are literally... After this week finishes, we have 1, 2, 3 Fridays to get through. And then Spider-Man No Way Home is here. That's insane, man. And then that's December 17th, so we're coming up on the end of the year. Like, does anyone else feel like 2021 is kind of... How do I describe this? I feel like 2021 is kind of like the corridor you go through, like, right after you finish a major mission. And you're like, all right, what's next? You're just going through the... You know how, like, in video game design, if they ever have, like, a long corridor or something you have to sneak past, like, you know, it's just like you got to shimmy through it. that's usually code for, okay, we have to wait for the rest of the world to load, so here's this loading thing. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake does that a lot. I feel like that's what 2021 is. It's literally us just going through that little tunnel. Not a lot of interesting stuff is happening. And then we're, fingers crossed, on the outside of that tunnel is something great. So we'll see about 2022, man. Hey, we got my homie Walter Lemus in the chat. What's up, bro? Good to see you. No longer Raigeki Core? Damn. Oh, we got 279 coming in from Leon. Thank you, bro. What if someone Edo Tensei Thanos? Yo, that would be funny. If, like, every now and then I think about that shit. Like, what if we took one character from this universe and put it in another universe? Like, if we had Thanos in the Naruto realm, like, that would be so fucking funny, man. I feel like he'd get along with a lot of the villains, though. So does Jedi Fallen Order. Exactly, bro. That's literally, yo, my man, Dan O'Mac. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Literally, that's all. I really cannot wait for us to get the next gen games, because I feel like those loading screen cover-ups are going to be a thing of the past. I hope so. Let's see. Okay. I got a question real quick. Okay, Walter asked a question. I've never watched Evangelion. Should I watch it dub or sub? Okay, so here's the complicated history of Neon Genesis Evangelion. Okay, so Neon Genesis Evangelion is one of the most, obviously it's one of the most celebrated anime of all time, extremely influential, but owning the physical media or being able to watch it as it was at the time has become damn near impossible, because a lot of that stuff, like the original ADV dub that was done in the 90s, that dub is not available to stream. That dub is not available to buy. The only way you could get it is if you bought the new Evangelion Blu-ray, the special edition, the deluxe edition. I think costs like, what, $200 something, and that gives you that. The only version of Neon Genesis Evangelion right now that is like available to stream is the new dub that Netflix put out. And the thing about that dub is that it's so weird. It's so weird because it's not that it's badly acted, but the way they did the translation, like if you watch it, it doesn't feel believable. It's not like it's a bad dub, like, oh, this is terrible script or whatever, but it just feels like somebody translated something and they started to adapt it into a believable tone. Like, you know how if you say something in one language, you can't do a literal translation to another language because it's going to come off very weird, because languages are very different in how people speak it. And then you factor in that it's an anime with lip flaps that are already animated and you have to adhere to that. That's another struggle to overcome. And what Netflix did, I don't want to say it's 100% them, because also, you know, Hideaki Anno is very, very, very protective of the show. Like, he's had people go back and redo performances and scripting. Like there was the Neon Genesis Evangelion rebuild movies, which were essentially like retellings / reimaginings of the show. There was the third movie in the series. They actually made Funimation go back and redo everything about their dub of that movie just so it adhered to that vision. So as it stands right now, the best way to watch Evangelion, in my honest opinion, would be the original ADV dub. But tracking that down, like I said, is impossible unless you want to sail the high seas or pay $200 for that edition. I would say probably give it a watch on Netflix, whether you watch it sub or dub, and see if you enjoy it. That's what I would say. But I do think that at some point, you should go back and track down that ADV dub, because it's very, very well done. $2 coming in from Flame. I demand Sopranos become an anime with cute girls. I demand a Sopranos anime. That'd be the funniest thing in the world, bro. Holy shit. $5 super chat coming in from the homie GC Plugs. My boy Bobby in the chat. Yo, happy holidays, everyone. How's everything, Chris? 5 days till Endwalker, by the way. Oh, man. Oh, man, bro. We were just talking about Endwalker earlier on, Bobby. Yeah, man. It's, I wish I could be joining you. I thought I would be all caught up by now, but I'm not, man. But I'm excited for everyone who plays Final Fantasy 14. I'm excited for y'all because I know this expansion is going to be big. It's the end of the story they've been crafting for the past decade, so that's always exciting to see, like the culmination of things. And, you know, they've got an incredible writing team over there on that game, man. Like, the story of Final Fantasy 14, if any of y'all pay attention to it, because I know some people, they just skip all the cutscenes, they just want to get to the cool stuff. But the story in that, honest to God, I think is probably the best written Final Fantasy game. And that probably has to do with it being an MMO, and they have a lot of time to develop stuff. They have whole expansions that are literal games in and of itself, and advancing the narrative and all that. It's some really good stuff, man. So I know, Bobby, you're gonna be all over that shit, man. I know you're gonna drop a couple. Oh, it's perfection here, it's perfection there. So that's gonna be exciting, man. Now, we didn't really talk too much about Endwalker. We were just discussing how, like, Halo Infinite, the campaign comes out in literally a week and a half, and so does Endwalker. Are you hyped or at least interested in Pokemon Legends Arceus? I mean, I'm interested in the idea of it because it is different compared to most of the stuff Game Freak has been doing, but I don't know. I can't get excited about Pokemon like I used to. Pokemon for me was very much so. It was a product of like my youth as a child, my teen years, and now it just doesn't hit the same. And probably that has to do with the fact that the games aren't that compelling. I mean, like, let's be real. If we took off the nostalgia glasses for a second and looked at the newer Pokemon games, they're really disappointing, you know? I think the series peaked with Black and White. Like, that was like the last Pokemon game. It wasn't the last Pokemon game I played. The last Pokemon game, mainline game I played was Pokemon X and Y. But Black and White was the last one where I was like, yo, this shit is dope, bro. And I haven't had a moment like that. Now, maybe that's just me thinking that the older games were better. Maybe the newer stuff is better. I'm not sure. But I look at like Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield, and I'm like, I'm okay. I'm good with this. I'm good. Y'all have fun. But Legends Arceus does look different. I just want to see how it's executed. Because, you know, we see videos and it looks interesting. But I want to see how it is like on full display, like when we get our hands on it. Because first impressions are very different by comparison to when you actually play the game. Yeah, there's Marcus, go look up the history of Neon Genesis Evangelion and all the shit that's out. Oh my god, it's wild, bro. No, I wasn't able to get the samurai armor. Not yet, anyways, man. Have you played Shin Megami Tensei 5 yet? No, I have not. It's on the list. It's on the list, man. It's on the list. I have it and Metroid Dread I got to go through. I'm just trying to clear up some other games that I'm like 60, 70, 80% through before I start any new ones. Like, that's my thing. I don't want to start any new games until I finish all the other ones that are in the, like, completable range. Because I feel really bad if I start a new game when I'm, like, 70, 80% through another game. Like, that's like a sin to me. If it's a game that I play for an hour or two and I'm not feeling it, then I have no qualms. But if I'm putting a lot of time into something, I got to finish it, man. Only issue with Final Fantasy 14 is that it's damn near a full-time job. Oh, Josh, that's a fact. Listen, as much as I speak the praises of Final Fantasy 14 as a casual player of it, it's not a game that you could just pick up and like for example, I tell you guys, hey, let's play Halo Infinite. You know, you don't have to have any knowledge of Halo to enjoy it. You could be a veteran and enjoy it. Final Fantasy 14 is not that kind of game. Final Fantasy 14 is an MMO, as you all know. But the thing about it is, it literally, I hate saying this, but that's that kind of game where you got to put in like 50 plus hours for the game to really click. And with those first 50 hours, you're probably getting through the first part of the story, which is A Realm Reborn, getting into the Heaven's Word stuff. And then once you clear that, that's when the game really starts coming into its own. You start doing a lot of new stuff. And honestly, it's one of those games where I always tell people, give it a shot, see if you like it. But if you come out not liking it because of the time commitment, I totally understand. Because it's a lot, like, guys, like, Jamal, my homie Tundex can attest to it. I was not a fan of 14 for the first, like, 3 months I was playing it. Because I was playing through other games, and every time I would turn on 14, I'm like, oh my god, this is so fucking boring. Can we get to the cool stuff? But once I got to the cool stuff, this shit was great, and it clicked with me. But I can't sit here and tell somebody, yeah, play 50 hours of this game, and you'll get to the cool stuff. Nobody has that time. Nobody has that time. And once you get to the cool stuff, there's so much cool stuff to do. Like, literally, you could spend hours on that game not doing any of the story stuff and still have so much shit to do from leveling your other characters to unlocking special gear, doing all the events that Square Enix puts up to get like new mounts and like all the things that, you know, like people have come to love in MMOs. It's so much stuff, man. I remember when I was playing the game religiously back in August, I was putting in like 3 hours a night. And those 3 hours, it could have been just like story stuff. It could have been just leveling with the boys, like just bullshitting. Like, and then I'm like, wow, 3 hours have gone by and I still don't even feel like I did a dent in something. It's one of those games where you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck for that $15, $12 a month. But if you're not committed to it, I guess it's kind of like Destiny. Yeah, it is kind of like Destiny in that sense where if you're not playing Destiny actively, you can't really just jump in. Like I was talking to Dan O'Mac, because Dan O'Mac over here, he's a big Destiny stan. And I would always like text him like, okay, so I'm thinking about getting into Destiny. Should I get into it now? And he's like, nope, do not. Do not get into this. Wait until the Witch Queen update comes out. That's when you want to jump in. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Because if you aren't playing that shit, like I would not be surprised if the majority, I don't know about this metric. So somebody, if you're a Destiny fan, correct me for the comments. But I would not be surprised if the majority of people playing Destiny are those people who have years upon years upon years upon years, not just like the people that jump in for like a couple of months. I would not be surprised. He's like, hello, I'm here. I love Dan O'Mac. That's my homie. We seriously got to meet up, man. We got to do like that mini New York meetup before the end of the year, man. We all got to like meet up and get like some pizza and watch some Spider-Man or something. Someone's okay. This comment, say Ubisoft. I want to see something. I say Ubisoft and I also say Ubisoft. What's the correct pronunciation? Is it Ubisoft or Ubisoft? I started saying Ubisoft, I shit y'all not, because of Satoru Iwata. Because that's how he always talked about Ubisoft when he was on stage. He'd be like, Ubisoft. And then after a while he said Ubisoft. But then he jumped back to Ubisoft. So I have no fucking idea, bro. Somebody correct me. Yeah, that's a good idea, Dan O'Mac. We'll be in touch. We'll be in touch, you know. You got my contact information and all that. 279 from Leon. Go to put out NGS merch, t-shirts. Yeah, so that's the thing. Everybody keeps asking me about merch. So like, yo, Neo, when are you gonna put out those shirts, man? When are you gonna put out the hoodies? So I was talking with my designer earlier in the year about putting out stuff for shirts. Because, you know, with me, I'm very particular when it comes to the quality of my shirts. I don't just want it to be a cheap graphic put on a t-shirt. When you wash it a couple times, the graphic fades away. I want it to be some good stuff. So one of my homies, Rhino, I'm not sure if he's still in the chat, but he actually has a t-shirt distributor here in New York. And like we were really talking about, yeah, let's do this. He sent me some samples with like my logo on it, and the quality is really nice. Like I have to see, I have it somewhere here. I folded it and put it in the closet. But yeah, like we were getting really good as far as the shirt's concerned, like in terms of the quality and the texture. But what happened was my designer, he just got really busy in his personal life. And he's someone like, I'm a very particular person. I just can't work with anybody for something like this. Like I have to know the person, I have to vet them. And my designer is the one who designed my logo. He designed my overlays and all this cool stuff. So I was like, okay, let me talk to him about this. But, you know, he had a lot of things happening in his personal life. And then he just recently got a full-time job as an animator for a major previs studio out in LA. So he doesn't have the time to do that. So now I'm tasked with trying to find a new designer. And then with that comes working with them and getting an understanding of things and just a lot of testing. So I was like, okay, let me just put this on the back burner for a while. But I appreciate all the comments about the shirts and everything, guys. I really do. And the second I have an update on when all this will go through, I will let y'all know. I will do a special video and we'll talk about it. And then I'll do like a small little soft launch where we'll have like X amount of units. Like if we have a good idea, like let's say if 100 people say they want to buy a shirt, we'll budget like 150 shirts. And then from there, we'll have a couple of shirts in reserve just in case new people want to buy it. And we'll like scale up accordingly. I just don't want to go and buy like 1,000 shirts and then not sell 1,000 shirts in the time frame. You know, I'm very much so about the logistics of things. But I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. It's Ubisoft? Wait, Josh, I'm confused. So you said it's Ubisoft. It's you buy soft. You buy soft. Well, that is their name, yeah. You buy soft, because you better buy all the shit that they have on there, man. That's how it be, bro. Them Ubisoft games. I don't know, man. Ubisoft games just ain't my cup of tea. They just ain't my cup of tea, bro. The only Ubisoft game that I'm halfway interested in playing is this one right here. Immortals Phoenix Rising. I got this for Christmas last year from the homie Gabe, and I've heard this is fun. It's like it's a Breath of the Wild knockoff. That's what I heard, but I heard it's like very funny. It's got good humor, and honestly, I'd much rather play this than. Let me not. I'm gonna be nice tonight. Let me not. I rant about Ubisoft on every stream, so let me not. But yeah, I've heard good things about that. They are yo. Josh, you speak my language right now, bro. Ubisoft made the best Naruto games. I'm telling you, bro. Naruto The Broken Bond is still the best open world Naruto game we've ever gotten. It had a decent combat system. A lot of that game is underrated. And I think the fact that it was an Xbox exclusive and it came out, like there was comparisons between Broken Bond and Storm, because Storm was like prettier and it looks like anime. But man, like once you got over the combat in Storm, there wasn't a fuck else thing to do in that game, man. But then you go to the Broken Bond, you got a legit open world. And it was good, man. If they just merged the cinematics and the presentation of the Storm games with the Broken Bond stuff, with the story, oh my god. And I'm really sad that it's not going to be included in the Xbox backwards compatibility list, obviously because of licensing reasons and shit. But man, wow, imagine if it was, man. Imagine if it was, bro. You would not hear me shut up about that game. I'd be like, yes, it's back. Okay, let's go. We got $5 coming in from the homie Marcus. What was the last good game Ubisoft made? Where do you think they peaked? What would you personally want them to do to improve themselves? All right. So this is obviously going to be subjective, but I want to open it up for you guys in the chat. Anyone here who's played Ubisoft games. What was the last great game in your opinion? I know it's going to range, but for me, the last Ubisoft game I truly, I'm talking like truly adored and loved was Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and that came out in 2013. Now, there have been Ubisoft games that I've enjoyed. Like, I really enjoyed Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I've enjoyed the smaller games like Valiant Hearts and Child of Light. That was really cool. But if we're talking like the last objectively great, like, yo, this is like one of the greatest games, to me, it was Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That shit was awesome. And since then, like, it just, I don't know, man, it's gotten very factory. Like, I understand they know what they are. They're just big open, like they're the modern day equivalents of collectathons, except now it's an open world and you have objectives to do. Like it's essentially busy work, the developer. And I mean, I just like okay. So in recent years, I tried to get back into Ubisoft games. I bought The Division 2 because I heard that was a fun co-op game to play with your boys. That's fun and everything, but you can get that experience on The Division. There's like so many other games that offer similar experiences. You know, like there's people who can play Destiny and The Division. I'm not saying they're the same game, but like you can get similar type of experiences of squatting up with your friends and all that stuff. All that other shit they've been doing, Far Cry, like what the last Far Cry game I played was like Far Cry Blood Dragon. And then other than that, it was just like, okay, I'm done, man. Far Cry Primal, Far Cry 4, I got Far Cry 4 for free the year it came out because it was a buy two, get one free sale at Best Buy. I still got that shit in the packaging, bro. So yeah, I would say Black Flag was like the last one I really enjoyed. I tried Watch Dogs 1. Bro, I tried Watch Dogs 1. I got a few hours into it, and then I started driving, and I started doing driving missions where it actually matters, and I was like, this is not it, bro. This is not it. But yeah, so I would say Black Flag was the last one I enjoyed. I don't know, man. Like Odyssey, I wanted to love Odyssey because Odyssey, like it looked so cool. It was beautiful. But then I looked at the map. I looked at the map of the game and some of the missions I would do, and I never got a sense of fulfillment from doing those missions. It just felt like they were there for padding until I can unlock the next main mission, the next area. I don't know. And to me, that's the worst kind of main mission. Listen, I don't want to be more of a slut for The Witcher 3 than I already am. You guys know this. I love that game. But I look at the missions, the missions in The Witcher, and a lot of those side missions are really good. They're compelling. They've got stories attached to them. They're not just go here and do that. There's real meat to it. They feel like main missions. And I look at Ubisoft and I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, I would rather you have 20 amazing side missions than 200 mediocre fetch quests, or go kill this person, go save my chicken. Like, I don't need that in my life. So I guess that's why I never finished Odyssey. Now, I understand a lot of people ended up loving Assassin's Creed Odyssey. A lot of people loved Assassin's Creed Origins, and a lot of people love Valhalla. A lot of people love Far Cry 6. And more power to you. I'm not taking that away from people. You're free to enjoy what you enjoy, and that's fine. But I don't know, like I think what they need to do to improve themselves is to pump the fucking brakes. Pump the fucking brakes on all these franchises. But I don't think that's going to happen, man. What they're doing now with Assassin's Creed is that they are leaning towards the live service route, because if you look at Valhalla and some of the things they did in that game, it's definitely geared more towards live service and you playing it consistently. And unfortunately, that's where we are in gaming right now. Everything is about player engagement. Everything is about you being engaged with one ongoing game, and that's where they make the most amount of money. So they're just trying to make the next Sea of Thieves. They're trying to get the next Destiny. They're trying to get the next Fortnite. That's what it's all about, man. And I mean, more power to them if they like that. I just think that if we were to get more creativity from Ubisoft, it's got to be those smaller games. It's got to be the games like Valiant Heart and Child of Light, the experimental titles. Those are the games I would like to see more from Ubisoft. And every now and then we just get a random title like South Park, The Fractured Butthole. Like, I had a lot of fun with that game because it was just South Park. It's literally just South Park as an RPG. That was great. I enjoyed both of those games, but the first one wasn't made by Ubisoft. It was made by, believe it or not, Obsidian. So that was awesome. So yeah, I'm not going to be looking at like the main big Ubisoft stuff, like the Tom. Please put to rest the Tom Clancy franchise. This isn't even Tom Clancy anymore, man. This is just some random shit. X-Defiant? Oh my god, bro. Like, I see that and I just want to cry. So as you guys can tell, I'm not looking forward to them working on a Splinter Cell game. Not at all. They need to sell those rights, man. They let IO Interactive do a Splinter Cell game. Let anybody else do a Splinter Cell game. Let Kojima do a Splinter Cell game at this point. I don't even care. Cause I just don't want a Splinter Cell game that's just not like, the thing about Splinter Cell is it's had online before. It's had like Spies and Mercs and all that shit. But I just do not want to see what that looks like in 2021, 2022, 2023. That's gonna be a disaster, man. So I know people are saying like, oh, I want Ubisoft to bring back Splinter Cell. No, you don't. No, you don't. You think you want that back, but you don't. That would be like if okay, Square Enix of 2013, right, said they were doing a remake of Chrono Trigger. Like, you don't want that Square Enix. You want the Square Enix of now to do a remake of Chrono Trigger. Not the Square Enix of back then. Oh, we have a $10 super chat coming in from the homie Blue Senshi 19. Thank you so much, bro. How different would your life be if you were born an only child? Because with me, I'm very independent from my family, unlike others in my family. I like not being around people for a long period of time. If I was born an only child, in my personal opinion, it would make things a little less interesting. Because one thing I do love about my siblings is just because this is apparently rare, but I get along with my siblings very well. I love my siblings, and the older we get closer to each other and we appreciate more about each other. So I think my life would be a lot more boring because it would just be me by myself and keeping myself entertained, which is fine. But growing up, I shared all of these joys with my siblings. Like, my sister and I got into anime at the exact same time, and we bonded over our love of those shows on Toonami, on, you know, Fox, Kids WB. And we just all love, like, she's the one who got me into Shonen Jump, because she came home from the grocery store one day and she was just like, oh my god, look, they have a magazine and that Dragon Ball show is on it. I was like, wait, what? And that's how we got into Shonen Jump back in the day. So yeah, it would be a lot more boring. And I don't know if I succumb to only child syndrome, because I actually know someone who's like literally a textbook definition of only child syndrome, and it's not fun. He seeks validation from everything and everyone. But yeah, like I've never, with my siblings, it's never been a situation where we can't exist and do our own thing. Like, there's never been a situation where I'd have siblings barging in, getting on my nerves, doing something, whatever. Like, it's literally never happened. We've had arguments before in the past, but you get over that. But it's never been a situation where I can't do something because my siblings are here or whatever. Like, we all respect each other's well-being. We respect each other's growth. We respect our time. We respect a lot about each other. So yeah, like everyone in my family is very independent. But then the thing is, we all come together and we bond and we vibe and we gel. So I think it would, honest to God, be extremely different. Cause bro, like me and my sister, like the first Kingdom Hearts game, man, the first Kingdom Hearts game. But what about you guys? Anyone who has like siblings and shit, like what would you do if you were born an only child? Or if you were born an only child, what would it be like if you had siblings? That's an interesting question. My sister still thinks anime are cartoons. Well, technically speaking, D'Angelo, they are Japanese cartoons. Yeah, that's the thing about a lot of the Ubisoft games, Mark, is they're not terrible. They're just not great. It's like, I wouldn't even compare them to fast food, because Wendy's be slapping. Wendy's Baconator? Yo, I'm telling you, bro, that should be good. So, oh, hold on a second. My homie just tagged me in something on IG. Hey, we out and back for blood. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Who is this? Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, God. All right. Bobby's like, yo, I'm eating Wendy's at work right now. Yo, let me tell y'all how much I love Wendy's. Oh, and shout out to all the new people who've been coming through to the chat. Zoidberg, I know you've been in here for a while, bro, but shout out to you, man. Good to see you. Shout out, everybody. We got Plant Lord in here too. What's up? Chris B, my guy. What's up? Jay Ransom. Let's see. Okay, so let me tell y'all how much I love Wendy's. A few weeks back, I drove all the way to the Bronx, right? I drove to the Bronx because we ain't got Wendy's around me. So I drove to the Bronx, about like 15, 20-minute drive. Hit up Wendy's, and bro, I was in that drive-thru line. I shit y'all not. I was in that drive-thru line for an hour. It was 10:30 at night. I was like, yo, I want some fucking Wendy's, bro. I drove there, and bro, you know shit is bad when the drive-thru line is not in the parking lot. It's in the street. That's how bad it was. I'm like, bro, it's a Wednesday night. Why are there a bunch of fat asses tonight? Oh wait, I'm in that line too. I am the fat ass I'm talking about. And I sat in my car in that line for an hour. And this is how bad it was, guys. I took an edible when I started driving over there. And I was sitting there, and I had moved maybe 5 feet in 10 minutes. And then the edible starts kicking in, and I was like, oh, fuck. I remember I started, because the thing with me is like, I'm not like a paranoid type of person when I'm high. But if you put me in a situation and I'm just like, oh my God, like this is going to take a really long time. I hope I have nothing important to do. That's when I start getting paranoid. And then it starts kicking in. And I remember I was just sitting there and I was like preparing myself. All right, yo, I'm going to get up here. I'm going to get myself a double Baconator. I'm going to get these fries. I'm going to get this lemonade and shit. And then I went up there and this is how done you know the Wendy's workers are. I shit you not. I'm not making this up. I am not making this up, you guys. I know it sounds like a meme, but listen, I pull up to the drive-thru and then, I'm talking over the intercom and everything. Open my window and she says, Wendy's, go ahead. And I was like, at that moment, it felt like time had froze. I was like, is this really happening right now? She said, Wendy's, go ahead. Now, mind you, that's what I'm thinking in my mind. But my mouth is speaking the order, right? So I'm like, oh, can I get this, and that? And she's like, all right, pull up. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, this is like the one internet meme, man. It's fucking crazy. Bro, you admitting you drove under the influence in YouTube. Oh, boy. Whoops. If this is the end of my YouTube channel, then it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. Yeah, Wendy's, if we're talking the best fast food, I would say Wendy's, at least in my area. Like, this is what I got in my area right now. My edibles hit different. Well, that's a fact. You know, Rhino's really outing himself right now. But it's legal. Hey, it's legal in New York now. It's legal in New York now. I gotta stress that. Wendy's is probably the best. If we're talking like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, shit like that, I would say Wendy's is the best. Like, their burgers taste like burgers. Quotation bunny ears for those who are just listening. But yeah, if I'm talking like best fast food spots, like what I got around me is like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Taco Bell, KFC, Popeyes. That's basically it. Like, I got to drive into the city if I want to get some Chick-fil-A. And we just got Chick-fil-A like 6 years ago. It's just wild. But yeah, man, like, we ain't got shit in New York, man. We really don't. We just had our first Sonic in 2017. Our first Sonic in 2017. Like, every time I go down south to Texas, man, I get me some Whataburger. When I'm down to the ATL, you know, I gotta hit up Zaxby's. Yo, my first time having Zaxby's was when I got invited to Star Wars Celebration back in 2017, and it was held over Easter weekend, which is so weird. I was like, y'all having a convention over Easter, whatever. But I went there, and you know, like, after you unwind from the hotel room, like, that first day, I didn't really feel like going out and about. I was gonna go out and just like explore the sights in Florida, but I was like, nah, let me just kick it in the hotel room. And I was like on Uber Eats. I was like, ooh, let me see what they got here. Zaxby's? I'd never had Zaxby's at that point. So I ordered Zaxby's delivery, and bro, when I had like two different kinds of chicken. Bro, I was in that hotel room like, this is heaven. I feel God in this hotel room right now, and it's in the form of Zaxby's. If y'all haven't had Zaxby's, it's very good. It's very good. Yeah, we do have Five Guys as well, but the thing is, I don't really count Five Guys, because Five Guys, that shit is expensive, bro. I mean, it's worth it. Don't get it twisted. But for me, for me, fast food is like anything under $15. You know, if you start going above $15, I might as well go to a restaurant. And for me, Five Guys, with the orders that I be getting, because, you know, I'm a fat nigga, I be getting like a lot of shit. My shit is over 15 bucks. But yeah, like, if we're talking like regular fast food, I would say Wendy's. Oh, Harrison, what's going on, my guy? Hey, Neo, sorry I haven't been around, been busy as hell. What are your thoughts on Claymore? Oh, no, it's all good with you, man. Listen. We all got shit to do, man. I am just so thankful and blessed to be kicking with y'all right now. But, you know, the important thing at the end of the day is you got to handle your business. You handle your business, and then that's when we have fun. But what are your thoughts on Claymore? Claymore is really interesting, because I remember I first saw it in Shonen Jump back in the like early mid 2000s, and it always struck me as something different just based off of the artwork. And I remember looking at it and I was like, this looks boring as fuck. And then I started reading Claymore and I was like, this is kind of cool, man. But I mean, to be fair, I haven't really read it in its entirety. I only read whatever was included in Shonen Jump, but I remember really enjoying it. Busting this Oreo cheesecake from Thanksgiving and flying homemade. Oh shit, Rhino, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Like, right now, man, my God, in the fridge right now, we got a Junior's cheesecake. What y'all know about that Junior's cheesecake, though? What y'all know about that shit, though? Issa Name, what's going on, man? Have you started watching Arcane yet? No, it is on my list now that they finished the season. I'm very excited to watch it, though. But yo, that Junior's cheesecake, I fucked up tremendously, man, because I was like, yo, I haven't had Junior's in a hot minute. We got it specifically for Thanksgiving. I slice that, I take myself a big piece, and bro, I forgot how thick the Junior's cheesecake was. Because with Junior's cheesecake, all you really need is a small slice, because it's so rich and filling. And then I had this big piece, and I got like 25% into it. I was like, oh, I'm good, chief. I'm fucking good, bro. Oh man, but it's good stuff. Went to Vegas, had Whataburger and In-N-Out. It was overrated. Nah, okay, listen. In-N-Out is definitely overrated. I don't care what people say. Whataburger, nah. Whataburger is the GOAT. What did you get from Whataburger, man? You gotta have a patty melt. You gotta have a patty melt. And if anything, I'd say have Whataburger in Texas, because that's the OG, man. That's what it's all about. Chris says cheesecake is buff. That's a fact. Don Otaku, I am not gonna take a full year to be Doki Doki. Doki Doki will be complete before 2022. Come on, man. I know Diddy made the crew walk to Brooklyn from Midtown for that Junior's. Yo, that Junior's cheesecake is different, bro. It's so good, man. And if y'all are saying cheesecake is trash, you have not had Junior's before. You gotta have it in Texas. You gotta have Whataburger in Texas, man. Whataburger. Listen, if I lived in Texas, I already know my early college days where you have those college parties and shit. You drunk at 2 a.m. and you hungry. I'd be going to Whataburger, man. They would know be my. They would know me by name. They would know my name. I would pull up to the drive-thru. I'd be like, hello. They'd be like, oh, good to see you again, Chris. It's like the 3rd time this week. And I said, yep, you know what it is. Give me that order. Y'all are talking about U.S. fast food, but in the U.K., you got to try Archie's. Archie's? I've never heard of that shit, bro. You know what I do want to try when I go to the U.K.? I want to have Nando's. I know it's very cliche, but I do want to try Nando's over there. I have like the Nando's sauce in my fridge, the peri peri sauce. That's just pretty good. Have you watched the Chucky show? No, I haven't, D'Angelo, but I've heard good things. Like, there's a lot of shows I need to watch, man. There's so much entertainment. Let's take this flight, Neo day trip shit. I'm gonna let you know, man. I'm gonna let you know. Next couple weeks are busy, but we can probably link up for something like January, bro. Nando's, man. Nando's, I'm telling you. I'm genuinely enjoying my time with the GTA trilogy, to be honest. Hey, Agent, if you listen, I've seen some people go through all 3 of those games and they cool with it, and that's fine, man. When I booted up San Andreas and I had to turn up the brightness of my TV, I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong with that shit, bro. So I'm gonna wait for them to like fully patch it and fix that shit, man. But if you're enjoying it, man, more power to you. That's fine. $5 coming in from Blue Senshi. 1 hour and 45 minutes until I get out of work and thinking about replaying Jedi Fallen Order. Check your Twitter DM. Okay. What? Yo, this chick, man. Hold on, let's see. Okay, I think you sent, was this about, that might not be, I'm not sure. Let me see. Okay, so you're saying, all right, so basically he sent me a tweet from somebody talking about Halo Infinite. If they don't change the progression system, the multiplayer would die and all that stuff. I mean, obviously the progression in Halo Infinite is a problem and it needs to be addressed. I don't think it'll die a quick death, but it is something that if they do not address it, it's going to be a long ongoing thing. Because right now we're all in the honeymoon phase with Halo Infinite because Halo's back and it plays amazingly, but the progression is what keeps people invested in these games long term. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to die, but it's still a really fucking fun game. I gotta stop ordering fast food from DoorDash. Yo, listen, that's why I don't even have those apps on my phone, bro, because the flesh is weak. The temptations, man, the temptations. But yeah, Blue Senshi, dude, get that Jedi Fallen Order playthrough, man. That game is, especially now that it's been, like, it has a next-gen update. Oh my god, the game is beautiful. Listen, I do not envy anybody who played that game at launch, because I remember I saw y'all's videos. That shit was running at like 15 frames per second. Yo, the load times in that shit was, I remember my homie like posted, I think it was it Tony Polanco? It might have been my homie Tony Ramudef, but he posted like a video of the time it took from when he died to when he respawned. That thing was like over a minute, man. I was like, oh my god, y'all really used to play like this? Now if you die in Jedi Fallen Order, it takes like 8 seconds to respawn. Oh, no pun intended. No pun intended. You're gonna get all 103 of my words per minute. Yo, the final stream of Doki Doki, I can't make any promises, but it will be out before the end of the year. That might be a nice little like Christmas, New Year's present for everyone. You spent what? You spent $5,000 on Uber Eats this year alone? Nigga, you grocery shop? Like the fuck? Listen, I understand if you live a busy life, if you make money, you got it, bro. By all means. But man, that $5,000. Oh shit, what did you order though? Because listen, if you make good money and you don't got the time to cook, then by all means order from really nice restaurants. Yeah, man. But damn, $5,000? Oh no. Expensive. $5,000. 5 G's, man. 5 racks, man. This man dropped 5 stacks. This man was just like, yeah, man, I'm a baller. What you spend your money on, bro? You got a chain or something? You got a new grill? What you got? Nah, I just like Uber Eats. Hey, listen. Ooh, yo, Doritos chili? That's my jam right there, man. I love my favorite Doritos flavor next to Cool Ranch, because Cool Ranch is the best Doritos flavor. I ain't arguing with y'all. Argue with your mother. My favorite flavor has got to be the spicy sweet chili. After that, ooh, that shit is good, bro. What's everyone's favorite Dorito flavor in the chat? Nah, man, he spent $5 grand to get one skin in Halo Infinite. And it's not even a good skin either. Oh, okay. I feel it, J Ransom. I feel it, bro. Hey, listen, my man's. I'm not saying it happens, but it happens. You know, I'll say it for you. I'll say it for you. It happens. Oh my god, y'all are a trip. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm on my PC now. That's why he said the 103 of the words per minute. Oh, now Dan O'Mac is just unhinged. He has the power now. To have that power, unlimited power. Cool Ranch is the best. Listen, Agent E, fear no hate, my brothers. You know this. Cool Ranch is the best. Let's see what that is. All right. So if he spent, let's just say it was, okay, real quick. Hold up. Hold on 1 second. I got 279 super chat coming in from Leon. I don't know why it didn't pop up, but it says, do you used to watch wrestling WWF before WWE? Yeah, so when I was a kid, I did watch a lot of wrestling, at least as much as I could, because, you know, my mom, like I said, my mom did not allow mature rated games, and she just took one look at the wrestling and what they were doing. They're like, what? No, you're not watching this. So I did have to sneak watching wrestling as a kid, usually when I went over to friends' places and stuff. But yeah, I did watch it when I was a kid. When I was a teen, I kind of got out. I fell out of it. Didn't really watch it too much. And now as an adult, I keep up with some of the stuff that's happening in just mainly AEW. That's it, man. I don't watch WWE like that. It's just AEW. Every now and then when I have time to watch it, I will watch it. But I'm not like fully caught up on every single thing that's happening with every single person there. But if it's a good thing happening, I'll be like, all right, I'm definitely gonna buy this. I'm gonna tune in and I'll watch it. One thing I've noticed about AEW is that you get a lot of bang for your buck when you order the pay-per-view, because man, they got a lot of shit going on there. And we have $5 coming in from Don Otaku. All right, I gotta go doing a potluck with friends. Love you, Neo. Oh man, Don Otaku, my guy. You enjoy the rest of your evening, my friend. You guys have fun. Take care, dude. $4.99 coming in from John McKinney. What do you think of Tim Burton's Corpse Bride? I think it's very underrated and a Tim Burton movie that needs more recognition. Yeah, you know, Corpse Bride, honestly, it came out at that time where Tim Burton movies really weren't, you know, like people really weren't checking for Tim Burton movies like they used to. I know it came out around the time of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the one with Johnny Depp and everything. But I really liked Corpse Bride. I loved the way it was animated. I think it had a really strong message to it as well. And I just rewatched it this past year and I was like, wow, this movie's actually better than I remember. So yeah, it's worth checking if you guys haven't seen it. Yeah, AEW's been great, man. Oh, we'll get some yakisoba in the chat. That's what's up. All right, let me see. Hold on. So my man spent $5,000 on Uber Eats this year. All right, let's break that down. There's 365 days in a year, right? So that divided by 365. Wait, hold on. My phone was tweaking for a second. Golly. Damn. Yo, this is a prime example of literally you don't know how much money you spend until you look at your bank statement. You're like, what, really? Basically what it averages out to is like roughly around like $13-14 a day on Uber Eats. If that's what he did, if he had it every single day for an entire year and spent $5,000, that's roughly $14 a day, $13, $14, around that range of Uber Eats. And it doesn't seem like a big deal until that shit adds up, bro. Holy fuck. It's like one of those things. It's like a perfect example. When you add up the amount of time and money you spend on commuting to work per year, it's a lot of money, man. Like, now for some people it might be very little, you know, they might just have to travel like 10 minutes drive to and from work. Some people might have to go even longer. Like for some people out there, they might commute an hour to work. Maybe that's 25 miles back and forth. That shit adds up and the time adds up. And that's one thing why I believe a lot of people are fighting for this work from home stuff, because they realize, with the exception of very few jobs, a lot of this shit can be done from home remotely. And the amount of money that you save per year, like I remember I was looking on Twitter, some woman said that since working from home, she saved like $6,000 a year in paying for tolls and paying for gas, and the time that she's gotten back from not commuting, she's been able to do other things. That's a lot of money to save. You know, it's kind of like getting a raise in a sense, even though you're not, because you're not spending that money on the commuting, because that's a big factor. Like in the city, for example, if you wanted to buy a monthly Metro card or a monthly train ticket, that's looking at, you know, like $200-ish plus a month, depending on, you know, a lot of factors. That's a lot of money when you think about that shit, bro. Jesus. I will never work in an office again, man. Oh shit, Dan O'Mac, I believe it, bro. I believe it. Like, I really, honest to God, hope that, you know, a lot of people are able to keep up with this work from home stuff. Unfortunately, in my case, I have to go to my job, so it is what it is for me. But it's not a big deal, because one of the jobs I work is only like 15 minutes away, and it's literally like no different than if I was driving to go to the gym or something. So it's not a big deal. But when I used to commute to my other job in the city, man, I was driving like, oh my God, man, it's like 25 miles each way. And the commutes, now if this is why I love the morning shifts, because I went there in the morning, 6:30, it would take me like 35 minutes, which to me is perfect. 35 minutes to drive there, 25 miles, just amazing. But when I used to have the evening shift, like when I first got the job like 5 years ago, bro, I would be like, I had the 4 to 12:30 shift, bro. I would have to leave the crib like at 2. I didn't want to leave the crib any later than 2:30, because that's when rush hour starts to kick in. And I would sometimes be in traffic for an hour and a half, dude. Oh my God, it was dude, I don't even know how I did it back then. It was just, you know, the whole new job high feeling. You get like, oh my God, I really like this job. This is great. I can deal with the long ass commutes. But the second you stop doing that, like when I switched from working the evening shift to the morning shift, or it switched from the evening shift to the afternoon shift, I was like, what the fuck was I doing, man? Sometimes it's all a matter of perspective, friends. Con Edison in Manhattan went 90% remote, which saved the company and employees from traveling in and office rent. And dude, I wouldn't be surprised if like all the people who like work in construction, or a lot of the people who still have to commute to and from work, I'm sure they're glad that there's less drivers on the road. Like, honest to God, man, this is terrible to say, but I kind of missed the beginning of COVID, because at the beginning of COVID, there was nobody on the road, man. You could go to and from Brooklyn in like 40 minutes, man. That's like sometimes even less, bro. It was insane. It was so insane, man. Because normally to get to Brooklyn for me is like, it's like almost an hour drive depending on traffic. During COVID, oh my God, man, 40 minutes, if that, bro. And yeah, I just think that, like, again, with some exceptions for some jobs, like, why would you want to have a job where, you know, like a person who owns the company, where you got to pay so much money in rent per month and utilities, and for what? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I think it's just a lot of middle management type shit. Like, people need a job, and that's why they want people there to show that they're working and to justify this whole experience. But at the end of the day, if you get your work done, like, that's what it should be. That's honest to God, what it should be. That's it. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of jobs, if they aren't fully remote now, they're probably going to switch their operations to like a hybrid approach, and they might switch their locations from like the really expensive places like in New York City, in the West Coast, and oh my God, the Bay Area. Jesus Christ. Like my cousin and her husband, they were originally, they lived, well, they grew up in Atlanta, and then they moved up here to Connecticut. And then when they got married, they both got new jobs out in the West Coast. My cousin actually works for Facebook, and you know, working for Facebook and those companies, they pay really fucking well. But where he was living at in the Bay Area, bro, their rent for, I think, a 2-bedroom apartment was like almost $4,000. Almost $4,000. Now, they had a nice place, mind you, but almost $4,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment. Leasing that shit, not even owning it, man. Oh my God. I could never. Because then at that point, it's like, okay, you're making a lot of money. You're making close to $200,000 a year. But when a lot of that shit is being spent on rent and the cost of living over there, like, oh my God. So what had happened was during the pandemic, you know, everybody went remote. So he was just like, why are we still living in California? Fuck this shit. Let's go back home. So they moved back to Atlanta, yet they still got paid that salary. And so, man, they doing good for themselves down in the ATL, man. They doing fucking good for themselves, man. I'm not sure if Facebook has like required their workers to go back into the office yet. I have no idea. Maybe it's a hybrid approach. I don't know. But just thinking that, man. Dude, I miss the no traffic. I miss that. Have you read Chainsaw Man? I've started Chainsaw Man. I have not gotten past like the first couple chapters though. It's really good stuff from the like first, like I think I'm like 8-9 chapters in. It's cool. Yeah, $4,000 a month. They were paying that. They were paying that. It was, oh my God, bro. I can't even imagine that. That's like, my boy's mortgage in Texas is a clean 1,000, 1,100, and he's got a nice place. It baffles me, man. It's insane. Did you hear of the Chinese student in London who stole $20,000 worth of Uber Eats through finessing the coupon system? He got caught eventually. I did not hear about this story, but I'm surprised it took up until $20,000 for them to notice. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But then again, some companies, unless it's like like rampant fraud to an insane amount, they just look the other way because they know it. Like, you know, like when companies, like perfect example, when I worked retail. When I worked retail back in the day, all of my managers, when they were talking about inventory and shit, they were like, yeah, inventory is important, but like, let's be real. The company accounts for some stuff going missing or being damaged or whatever. As Belon says, 79 viewers and 69 likes. Y'all better get on that. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that like button. Helps out the channel tremendously. Damn, now I want some sushi, bro. Fuck. I can definitely go for some sushi, man. See, this is what happens when every single stream we're on topic and then we talk about food. We somehow just pivot to food. Why does this keep happening? Shout out from the Bronx. Oh, shout out from the Bronx, man. Good to see you. Where y'all tuning in from? I know a couple y'all are from New York. I know we got some people coming in from Brooklyn, Queens. My boys from the Bronx. Hey, Quaku, what's going on, bro? Shout out to the homie K-Cube. $4,000 a month on a rent. Shit, I'll even pay that for the mortgage of my new house. Yeah, man, I saw your house. You got a lot of space. You got a lot of good land, too. Like I said, man, the cost of living in New York and California is fucking insane, dude. Absolutely insane. It's insane, man. Let me see if I can play this one. No, this is copyrighted. Because I'm trying to play like background music that's not copyrighted by Nintendo and shit, and just in general, like any type of company, you know, because that's always the risk you run into. Oh, we got Chicago, we got Missouri, oh, we got Washington in the chat. Yo, I need to take a trip out to the Pacific Northwest, man. I need to go to Washington. I want to check out Seattle. I want to see the Space Needle. I want to see a lot of shit out there, man. I want to go to Oregon. I want to see the last blockbuster that exists. Yo, I love me some spicy salmon, some spicy crunchy tuna. I don't care what y'all say. I'm a big fan of Philadelphia rolls. Give me the cream cheese, pause. That shit is my shit, bro. The Godzilla rolls. Oh my God, I need that shit right now. Have you checked out Dexter New Blood? Not yet, but I have heard some good things about it. But I'm very hesitant. I want to see if it remains good. So, if anything, I think I'm going to wait for the season to finish. and then depending on like how it's presented, I'll decide whether or not I want to watch it. It does give me a little bit of hope though that the original creator is back behind it, so that's good. But again, they're just, I don't know, man. Like, if I were them, I would just say Dexter seasons 5 through 8 are not canon. That's it. Let's redo the story. But you know they ain't gonna do that. This ain't fucking the Fox X-Men movies where, yeah, this isn't canon. Wait, no, it is canon. No, it's not canon. We'll just take it out the canon. Oh, you're in Jersey right now? Wait, have you lived in Jersey this whole time, Dan? Or did you just recently move there? Or are you there because of the holiday? I think it's because of the holiday. Because I was like, I thought my man lived in New York. What happened? I was just like, unless there's a really convincing part of Jersey that looks like New York. But nah. I think, yeah, nah. The New York area. The New York area. That's Dan O'Mac's way of saying he lived in Staten Island. Because nobody likes to say they're from Staten Island. Yeah, nothing happened after season 4 of Dexter. I don't know what these people talk about. Nothing. Oh, you said that's just good, Rhino? Okay, that's what's up, bro. I'll break it down to you. Break it down, man. There's levels to this shit. Middle of nowhere, Illinois. No, I am not from Staten Island. See, listen, people in New York hate like Staten Island existing. They just hate like, oh, I came from Staten Island, blah, blah, blah. Bro, my aunt lived in Staten Island. Listen, I do not like going to Staten Island. It's just like why does it exist? Like, honestly, like what the fuck else? What is there in Staten Island, bro? Why would people take a ferry to Staten Island? I don't know. No one brags about Jersey or Yo, you want to know what was the funniest fucking meme I saw? Y'all know that movie, I think it's called Marriage Story on Netflix, Adam Driver, Scarlett Johansson. I haven't seen the movie, but I know the meme. It's like they're arguing, right? And what they did with the template was they had Adam Driver and, you know, he's like very angry. He's very angry. And then the next shot, so just imagine an angry Adam Driver face. He's angry. And the next scene is like him getting ready to punch a wall. And so literally what the meme was is, it was basically along the lines of, I can't be happy. Like, wait, no, I'm going to butcher the meme. I got to do it justice. Hold on. Let me grab this. Hold on. Y'all got to see this shit. I was in fucking tears when I saw it. Oh my God. Hold on. I just have me in tears. I said Marriage Driver. I said Marriage Driver instead of Marriage Story. Oh my God, I think I found it. Hold on. No, this is not it. No, I need to find this exact meme. Oh my God, where is it? Alright, I think I remember exactly what it is. Like, I was crying for 5 minutes. Oh my God. Where is it? This exact, like, I found the template, but I want to find the exact meme. Oh my God. All right. Okay. So here, I'm not doing this to pick on another state, but this is essentially the meme that I saw. Oh my God. But this one might be applicable considering a lot of people roast it too. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and let me just pop this up real quick. Add image. Let me just get this real quick. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this one right here. Wait, where did he go? Where did you go? It was here, and now it's gone. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is the meme right here, right? It's like, every day I wake up in New Jersey. It just banged the wall and crying. I assume this was a really serious scene in the movie, but I saw someone do this. Oh, this one says Ohio. But if someone said, every day I wake up in New Jersey. I was fucking like, when I say in tears, like, you know, those kind of laughs where you just keep laughing and like your body their temperature goes up. Like, bro, that shit was so funny. Every day I wake up in New Jersey. Like, why someone got so much beef against New Jersey? I mean, New Jersey does smell. I'm just gonna be honest. Every time I drive to, because my cousins live in Jersey, but every time I go to Jersey, I do no. God, it was so funny, bro. Oh, what's going on, Brian? Good to see you, man. We talk about some wild shit. $4.99 super chat from John McKinney. Do you think Green Goblin will kill MJ Zendaya in Spider-Man No Way Home? You know, here's the thing. I'm not sure whether or not Mary Jane is going to die or another character close to Peter, but I know he's going to lose somebody. I know he's going to lose somebody, and that's going to be his with great power comes great responsibility moment. Because, you know, every single Spider-Man has got to experience a legit loss. And with the Tobey and the Andrew Garfield movies, we saw them both experience that. But Tom, we haven't experienced him lose somebody in his realm. Like, obviously Tony Stark passed away. That was a big factor for this version of Spider-Man. But he's never had somebody really close to him that he grew up with and he knew. So if I had to guess, it's going to be either Aunt May, Zendaya, or Ned. It's going to be one of those three people. Maybe Happy Hogan, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's going to be the same effect. Like, Happy's cool, but come on, like, he ain't like Peter's best friend, or he's not his love interest. He's not his aunt. So somebody is going to die. I wouldn't be surprised if it is MJ, because I could see that being a moment where, let's say Green Goblin does kill her. Maybe not in that scene. Maybe it's in a different scene. If he does kill her, I can see like Tom Holland really going ballistic and Tobey and Andrew trying to have to hold him back, saying this isn't the way, this isn't what you have to do, blah, blah, blah. I could see that being a character piece. We'll see. So we're going to disregard Uncle Ben. Well, Uncle Ben does not exist in this version of the Spider-Man movies, man. They don't even want to talk about this man's. I feel like if they talk about Uncle Ben, they feel like we're going backwards, like, and we want to go forwards. Like, they don't even want to mention this man. It's killing me, because Uncle Ben is awesome. Every day I wake up. Marriage Driver, yeah, that's the story. Y'all excited for that Wu-Tang game? Yo, I'm excited. Just the fact that another Wu-Tang game is coming out is wild to me, bro. I hope it's really good, though. I hope it's not just held up by the Wu-Tang name. I hope it's like an actual really good game. That's what we need, man. What are your thoughts on the freshman year Spider-Man show they announced? I don't really, like, I'm gonna be real, y'all. Like, I know some people are excited because, oh, it's gonna be a Spider-Man animated series. Why? What type of story are they gonna tell here that we haven't seen before, though? It's gonna be Spider-Man's early days. Like, what early days? Is it literally going to be his time right before he got bit by the spider? Because literally, when we met him in Civil War, he's had the powers for 6 months. And as we saw in Homecoming, he never went up against any type of real villain. He was just saving people from getting hit by buses or probably stopping purse snatchers. It's like, what are they going to do? Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. If they kill Uncle Ben in that show, I'm like, okay, good. We have Uncle Ben in the show. Great. But like, for me, I want to see this Spider-Man actually move forward, man. I want a Spider-Man movie in the MCU where it's just Spider-Man doing Spider-Man shit. I want to see web swinging. I want to see him going up against his own unique villains, not related to Tony Stark. I just want to see independence. I want to see independence in Spider-Man movies. And that Spider-Man origin cartoon they're doing freshman year, is that not what we've gotten before? It's just Peter being in school. Like I'm not like, oh my god, let's go, guys. I'm more excited for that X-Men animated series continuation, though. That's what I'm fucking, because who was checking for that? X-Men 97, we're bringing back the original cast, new stories. Oh shit, let's fucking get it. Because that show, Spider-Man the animated series, what else? I mean, those were the two big ones I watched in the 90s. And then over on DC, of course, you had Batman and you had Superman. 279 from Leon. Peter Parker's favorite rice is Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben! Uncle Ben's rice. Yo, that's still one of the funniest memes around, where there was that black guy in the Spider-Man costume and he laid out an entire like human shaped form of Uncle Ben's rice. It looked like an autopsy scene. It was just so fucking, not an autopsy scene, just a crime scene in general. It was so fucking hilarious, man. Woo! Finally catching this live instead of on the drive to work on Monday. Oh, that's awesome, Bacon Bean. I called you Bacon Bean because I'm like, bacon and beans. Bacon Ben. Oh my God. Are you Uncle Ben? Are you the Uncle Ben in the chat? Christopher says, what did you do for your 21st birthday and how did you feel when you hit that age? I'm turning 21 this upcoming Monday and I got no clue on what to say or how to feel about it. Well, first things first, happy early birthday to you, man. 21 years old is a fucking incredible milestone. And I'll tell you what I did on my 21st birthday. When I went to, what? Can't speak. On my 21st birthday, me and my family got together and we celebrated it, and I had my first legal drink because, you know, I've been drinking for years, you know, before that. But it was just very low key, man. The thing about me is that I don't really, this is gonna sound lame, but I don't really do anything crazy for my birthdays. Like, I don't, you know, like, oh, we gotta go live it up, we gonna hit the club, we gonna do this shit. Like, I go and I celebrate with my homies afterwards, but we don't make it a big fucking crazy deal. Like, I'm very low key. I spend my birthdays with the family and then I hang out with a couple people afterwards. Maybe that might change when I start getting into actual milestones like 30, 40, and 50 and all that stuff. But nah, mine was very chill, man. Just nice family dinner, had some drinks, relaxed. And honestly, I didn't really feel any different when I turned 21, because to me, age is just a number at the end of the day. Like, there was nothing inherently different about me being 20 and then 24 hours later me being 21. It didn't really change my outlook on things. I didn't have one of those moments where I was like, oh, come on, man, you're 21. You got to start, you know, thinking about the future and blah, blah, blah. Because I feel like everybody has those moments, like when you're 13 and you're 16 and you're 18 and you're 21, you know, and then from there, it's like 25 and 30 are the next hurdles. And then after that, you're like, all right, chilling. But yeah, man, honestly, just enjoy your day, man. Have fun. Nothing about you turning 21. Trust me on this. Take it from someone who's almost 30. Nothing about turning 21 is going to inherently change you as a person. If you have your trajectory in life, whatever that may be, then just keep on that path, bro. That's it. You just have to enjoy your time living. You know, of course, you want to take time to better yourself professionally in your career, or finding yourself as a person is more paramount than whatever age you're turning. That's what matters, man. So don't sweat the little things at all, my friend. Just have fun and enjoy yourself. And let me know if you do drink, if you are a drinker, because I know some people aren't. Let me know what your first legal drink is on the next stream, man. That'll be fun. My first legal drink, and this is kind of like my staple, I had a Long Island iced tea, man. You guys know me, man, with those Long Island iced teas, bro. Like, these days, I don't drink as many as I used to. I'm very chill. You know, for me, when I go out, Tito's, Club, Cranberry, very health conscious drink. Then I might do like bourbon on the rocks. I might do a Manhattan. I'm very chill. And then if I want to get spicy, I might get a margarita or something like that. But yeah, I'm chill when it comes to alcohol, bro. I'm not too crazy, man. You know, some people got like, oh, I gotta have this, that, and everything. I'm like, nah. Like, the most extra drink I've ever gotten was I got a James Bond martini. I got it exactly in the style that he gets it. It was so extra, but it was so cool. You young buck, enjoy your 20s. Yeah, enjoy it, man. Enjoy it, bro. 40 next year, we going to Dubai. Yo, shit, yeah, dude. I have not been to India, man. I so want to go to India. Seriously, I need to go to India. I gotta start going to more places in Europe. Like, the last big international trip I took was before the lockdown. I went to Paris, and that was fun. And then literally like 2 weeks. Like, so when we locked down in the middle of March, 2 weeks later, I was going to go to Amsterdam. And I was like, fuck, man. But now, you know, everything with the borders is, things are opening up, so I want to go places. But my next big trip is most likely going to be Japan next year, depending on how they handle certain things. Because, you know, Japan is still very restrictive on some stuff. So fingers crossed, by the time I do want to go, everything is just like figured out and Gucci. Long Island, dirty water, man. The wild days. Oh my gosh, Man, those Hulk hypnotics. Oh, Jesus Christ. I had that shit. I was cool, but my homie had that, bro. He was gone. He had one drink that night. And I was like, damn, bro. Oh, no, I was just listing off names of places, Grimdark. I wasn't saying, like, Dubai is in India. No, don't get it twisted, you guys. I wasn't saying Dubai is in India. I was saying, literally, I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to India. I want to go, like, all these places. I was not saying, literally, like, I should have added a comma there. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I did want to go to Amsterdam. No, just in general, there was a lot of sites I wanted to see, just visit a lot of places. I'm very much one of those people where when I take vacations to spots, it's not necessarily about like doing the most extra shit possible. It's about experiencing the life of the people there and what they do on the day-to-day basis. So I'll go to the touristy stuff, but I don't make that like my focal point priority. I'll do that for a day or two. Okay, so like when I went to Paris, right? My Airbnb was not in like the heart of the touristy sections and all that stuff. It was legit like a good hour drive. And I got to see how regular people lived and what they did and what their day-to-day life was. And it was really insightful, man. Honestly, I always tell people, if it's possible, try to take a trip and don't necessarily have your lodgings being the most touristy part. Like, go out and explore different areas and see what it's all about, man. Like when I went to Aruba, I didn't like have the like, because Aruba, it's a very, very small island. It's probably like 20 miles from one end to the other. But a lot of people, when they go visit Aruba, they always go to like the touristy spot where the main hotels are, and they see like the nightlife there, and that's nice and everything. But when I went, I got an Airbnb that was right on one of the beaches, and it was beautiful because literally we wake up and from like, it was kind of like a loft, right? And our view when we opened the windows, like the curtains, was literally the beach. And then we walked like a good 2 minutes and we were right there on the beach, man. It was amazing, man. No, Neo knows geography, you guys. I know my geography. Dubai is not in India. Sad face that no one is hyping the new Young Justice season. That's the 4th one. I'm gonna tell you the truth, Ab man. I have not kept up with Young Justice. I really want to, but I don't know. Like I need to be in a mood to watch some of those shows. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm always there to like support it and retweet it and spread the word. Cause I did like Young Justice when it came out. And when it got canceled, I was like, yep, that's some bullshit. Because, you know, it's the typical, we're going to cancel this shit because it's not selling toys and blah, blah, blah. Oh, I know you would get a kick out of visiting like all the places just for like the architecture, the history, the lore, as the kids these days say. I know Grimdark, you would go crazy over that. When I go back to France, I do want to go to this one theater in particular. It's like a very famous theater. I think it's called the Grand Rex? I think it's called the Grand Rex. Hold up. Damn, why is... Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's the Grand... I believe it's just called the Grand Rex. Le Grand Rex. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Or Le Rex. Who knows? But I want to go there because literally, like, this theater, it's a full-on concert venue. So it's huge. It's like a place where you would hold, you know, Broadway shows or whatever. But bro, they show movies in there. And dude, they had this Harry Potter marathon a few years back in Paris. And they were showing all the movies. And bro, just look at how big this theater is, you guys. Look at... Hold on, let me just put this brightness up real quick. Look at how big this theater is with balconies and shit, man. Like, tell me that would not be amazing watching a movie in a theater like that. Like, holy hell. So I really want to visit that theater and just watch a movie. Any type of movie, man. But like, that shit looks so cool. Japan and Egypt are your next destinations. Nice, man. Yeah, there's a lot of like I need to take a trip to the motherland. I got to go to Africa, man. I got to. Kind of relevant, but would you be interested in ancient book recommendations from Greek and Roman authors? I had to read a lot of them for my Latin classes, but they have English translations. Yeah, sure. By all means, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, hit up my DMs and recommend me some good stuff, man. I want to go to Japan for the Dragon Quest stuff. Maybe find a Scarlet Nexus body pillow and mail it to Neo. You know what, Flame? If you manage to find a body pillow in Japan and ship that to the States and then ship it back to me, I will gladly display that in the videos, if possible. But go ahead, Flame, do that. I don't know, man. This man Flame over here getting really hyped up for a 6 out of 10 game. This degenerate set of body pillow. Yo, that's Flame, though. Listen, I don't think y'all know this man Flame like I do. Unfortunately, I know this man Flame. This man Flame, yo. This man Flame drinks Dasani bottled water. And when he can't drink Dasani bottled water, he says tap water from the faucet is the next best thing. I don't know this man Flame. Like, I'm worried we go out to eat and this man Flame, like, I don't even know what he's gonna order, man. This man scares me. This man scares me, bro. Damn, 6 out of 10, shots fired. Like, listen, no. You guys need to know the backstory behind the Scarlet Nexus thing, right? So I played Scarlet Nexus. I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was a solid little game. But then this man Flame is over here speaking some blasphemous shit saying like, yo, Scarlet Nexus beats the crap out of Tales of Arise. And I'm like, what? And I had to question this man Flame. Yeah, everyone's like, Dasani is disgusting. I'm telling you, kick him. Yo, Jody's like, nah, kick him out the stream now. And Flame is just over here. Flame is just over here. He's trying to defend himself, but he can't. 279 from Leon. I've saved up. I'd like to go to Japan too. Dude, Leon, definitely go to Japan, bro. Oh my God, yeah. Like, if you have an opportunity, just go there, visit everything, man. Visit the countryside, visit the shrines, visit the temples, just visit everything, my God. That's what I'm most excited for. Like, I'm most excited to see the landscapes in Japan. Because, yeah, going to Shibuya and all that shit is, yeah, cool. Why not? But, like, I grew up living near New York City and big, bustling cities. So, to me, the appeal won't be as, you know, it won't have the same effect. Because I'm used to a lot of that stuff living in New York City. Obviously, it's a different experience because it's their version, different countries. But for me, what I'm most excited about is just, like, going to, like, a Shinto shrine and just climbing the mountains and just looking at the landscape of everything. Going to Tokyo, going to just, like, the mountains. Like, dude, everything, man. Maybe go to a small island too, like the other small islands. Just take a trip there. Maybe like a not populated island, go and visit that, see like the fishermen and stuff. Like, man, I love that shit. Oh, you've been there a few times, Genesis? That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Dasani is Delta water. We could be dying on the ramp of thirst and all pass. Yo, that shit, bro. Dasani water ain't the wave. Anything owned by the Coca-Cola company, if it's water, it's not the wave. This man Flame said bottled water is a scam, guys. Don't do it. You gotta stop drinking the ghetto water, bro. You gotta start drinking some good shit, bro. Get you some Essentia in your life, man. But Flame will probably be like, no, I want box water. Oh, bro, those mukbangs be wild, fam. I see, you know what the crazy thing about those mukbangs? Sometimes it'd be like the little tiny, like the petite Japanese girls doing that. I'd be like, where y'all put it? Where do y'all put it? Like, straight up. Plus, considering it's Japan, I'm pretty sure the body pillow is not going to be safe for stream. I've seen a lot of those body pillows, unfortunately. I have a lot of degenerates on my friends list. And I see some of the ones they have, and they're harmless. They're usually just posted up in a scantily clad, not scantily clad clothes, but like scantily clad pose. Fiji's okay. Fiji's okay, Rhino. Like, to me, Essentia, I love Essentia. Essentia's my favorite water. I could drink that shit night and day. And then everything else from there, like, Pellegrino is just a little too bougie for me. A little too bougie for me. Like, for me, it's like Essentia. But honestly, you know what? Growing up in New York, Poland Spring, man. Poland Spring just hits. It just fucking hits, bro. It's so good. Yo, Tropical Fantasy. My God, yo. Oh my God. All right, dude. I remember growing up in middle school. There was this one guy. His name was Brandon, right? This man used to sell Tropical Fantasies because, you know, the school and just, you know, like the grocery stores and shit around us didn't sell it. Like, we always had to go to the Bronx to get Tropical Fantasy. But he would always buy them like every Sunday night, and then he would sell them in school the next day. Oh my God. I look forward to that shit so much, bro. Tropical Fantasy was the fucking wave, man. Evian's good. I like Evian. Yeah. Definitely get yourself a Brita filter. Brita filter, and there's another thing my boy Tundex got recently. There was like it was like a bougie version of a Brita filter, but he said it filtered it out much better. I don't know what it was, but he said that was really good. Yo, Poland spring water is God tier. I'm telling you. Only parts of the world I've been to are Belgium, Switzerland, Canada, Guyana, France, and I only remotely remember Canada and Guyana because the others when I was a kid. Oh, okay, I got you, man. But that's some solid places you've been to, bro. Oh man, yo, get that Poland spring in your life, Bobby. That shit will just do you good, man. I remember, man, I used to be buying the gallon jugs of Poland spring and bringing them to work. Oh God, good times, man. It might be that reverse osmosis stuff, Reed. It might be. Take it easy, Sir Scriptastic. You have a good one, my friend. Thank you for coming through the stream, bro. I'll see you next time. Man, this is some nostalgia in the chat, man. The Avengers will be 10 years old next year. Time flies, dude. I know. Do you guys remember 10 years ago the world was supposed to end? Y'all remember that shit? Oh man, that's memories right there. I remember everyone's like, yo, the world was gonna end. That shit was wild. I still haven't been out the country. Oh my God, Asbel. You got to do that, bro. You got to at least take a trip somewhere. Wait, Asbel, where you live? I leave one at work, take two home. Yup. That's how you do it, Bobby. So you got hydration on deck. See, Bobby knows. He knows these things. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is game of the year. Oh shit. Yo, I want to hear from my man's Bobby. Yo, you've been playing this shit for a while, man. What you think about SMT5, man? I haven't cracked open my copy yet. I've only gone as far as Minnesota. Oh, Asbelon, we got to change that, man. We got to change that. We got to get you some places, man. We got to get you to we got to get you to New York. We got to get you to California. We got to get you to a lot of places, man. Chicago? Oh man, you're right near a hub, bro. You are right near a hub. You have access to so many different spots, man. Yo, Asbel, once you get your shit together, like you grind for a bit, you save up some bread, you'll start taking some trips, man. I'm telling you, bro. What was your rack up for Black Friday? My Black Friday this year, it was very low key, man. Like I only bought a couple 4K Blu-rays, and honestly, I just bought supplements, man. Like I was running low on my pre-workout and shit, so they were having sales, so I bought that. I might pick up some other things, like I might look at some more clothes, but yeah, it's very low key this year, man. Like I don't like all the big purchases that I would want to make. The discounts just aren't good. They're just like standard shit that you would see any other week. It's nothing to really write home about, like, damn, I need to get this. Like, I do want to buy myself a new pair of, just like listening over the ear headphones, not for, work or gaming or whatever, just random shit. But then I start thinking, like, when am I really going to need those headphones? Cause the only time I really enjoyed using those headphones was when I was taking trips. And then when I got my AirPods and shit, I was like, all right, no, I'll just have my AirPods on. They're comfortable. I'm chilling, mind my business, and I can keep aware of everything. Because for me, it's like, unless I'm literally in a situation where I want to hear everything in the best possible quality with over-ear headphones, I just use my AirPods for everything, my AirPods Pro. Because to me, that gets the job done. Now, if I'm just like really taking a long trip and I want the best possible everything, then yeah, I'd have a nice pair of like Bose headphones or some Sony shits or something. But yeah, I realize I don't really need them. I wouldn't mind them, but I don't need them. But yeah, so for me, it was just 4K Blu-rays, like pre-workout supplements. Got to look at some clothes after this, and then that'll probably be it. What about you guys? Y'all pick up anything from Black Friday? No, I have not started SMT5, bro. I have not started it yet. Oh God. His man says, yeah, that Starlink, man. Oh, okay, okay. Oh wow. Oh, you're in Rochester. Oh, I got some homies in Rochester. Spain, Luxembourg, France, Belgium, Germany, Portugal, Holland, and Jamaica. My man's busy. Good job, Chris. That's what's up. I want to travel some more, but I got a small fear of riding on planes. Oh, that was me. That was me during what's it called? Like when I first so my first trip as an adult was in 2014. I took a trip down to Texas. That was my first trip as an adult after not flying since I was 5. And man, I didn't get scared or anything when I was on the plane, but I caught, and this is so weird, you guys, I caught this thing called traveler's sickness. And because immediately when I got off the plane, like this might be TMI. This might be TMI, you guys. But immediately when I got off the plane, and mind you, going from New York to Dallas is only a couple of hours. But immediately when I got off the plane, like my stomach was not feeling right. And I was thinking, like, did I eat something bad on the plane or something? And I hadn't, you know what I'm saying? So, but my stomach just felt like shit. And then the very next day, I was laid up in bed. And I was just not feeling too well, man. Like my stomach was, oh God, it did not feel too good. Started to get like a really bad headache. Like I just felt really bad. And I was wondering, like, why did I suddenly get sick all of a sudden? Because it only lasted that one day. And then I looked online. They said that you might have caught something called traveler sickness, which is if you ever expose yourself to an environment that you're not used to, then you just catch like a bug. And for some people, they get a cold. For some people, they get like diarrhea or they get like an upset stomach. It's the weirdest fucking thing, man. It's so weird. Probably makes sense because of all the germs that are on aircrafts and stuff, and just, you know, all the people coming from like different places. And, you know, this is back before COVID, back before they really focused on cleanliness everywhere. But yeah, like I caught that traveler sickness, and I was worried because when I traveled again in 2016, I was like, oh my God, is this gonna happen again? Am I gonna spend a whole day being sick? And then I wasn't sick, and I haven't been sick ever since. So yeah, it was something really weird I noticed, man. Okay, some people getting some TVs, some people getting some headphones, Audio Technicas. Yo, Audio Technica is the shit, man. Whether you're buying like the headphones or you're buying the microphones, they're good, man. Oh, that's good. That's good, Bobby. I'm glad you're enjoying that shit, bro. That's good. Yeah, definitely stock up on that Xbox Live. Right now, the only deal I've noticed, Reed, is for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I think it's like $15 off for 3 months or something. It's like a really good deal. I think it's like $25 or something for 3 months. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's a really good sale. Oh, y'all have went to some really good places. That's what's up. Nice. Like I said, yo, next year I'm about to be on my traveling game, man. You got to make up for lost time. Brazil is on my list too. I want to go to Colombia as well. A lot of stuff, man. Guardians for $25. Yeah, if you guys want a great game to buy, Guardians of the Galaxy, it's like $25. Go ahead. You cannot go wrong. It's so good. Off topic, with anime becoming the trend it is these days, what would you put a beginner on? Most people, I give them Naruto. Most people I know are either going with that or Demon Slayer. Yeah, so the thing about like beginner lists for anime, I try to make it as accessible as possible. So obviously I'm not going to recommend something like a One Piece or something that's like hundreds upon hundreds of episodes, because that's a major time sink and a major commitment. Now, if they end up falling in love with those shows, then by all means, cool. But for most people, I'll recommend stuff like Death Note. I'll recommend Cowboy Bebop, Code Geass, Full Metal Alchemist. Attack on Titan is really good, especially with the episode count and how much stuff happens in that show. Oh my God, it's amazing. Like, yeah, those are like just a couple of ones I'd recommend. The longest anime I would ever recommend to somebody who's a beginner would be Yu Yu Hakusho, because Yu Yu Hakusho it gets straight to the fucking point, man. There's little to no filler in that show. Like, I think only a handful of episodes, but it's straight to the fucking point. You have fun with that shit. It's well acted. It's just well paced. So good, man. Great story. Yeah, those are like some of the shows that I would recommend. And then from there, like, I can start getting into some of their interests. Like, oh, do you like sci-fi? Maybe you'd like this show. Do you like rom-coms? You might like this show. Do you like supernatural suspense? Because if I can get a range of what I think they'd like, that's when I can start making more personalized recommendations. But as a general rule of thumb, I would just throw out the names of those shows that I listed. Because it gets interesting. When are we planning this get together? Yo, Bobby, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm gonna try to put out a feeler on Twitter. I might ask people, like, maybe we might do a little like end of the year meetup. We all go see Spider-Man. We all get some food and drinks or something. I'd want to keep it low key because I don't want it to be, because if we have too many people, we'd have to rent out like a restaurant or some shit. But if it's like low key, like you, me, a couple of homies in the chat, I think that'd be great. I probably want to do like no more than like maybe 10 people for like this little get together, because if we start saying, yo, we doing a meetup in New York, it's like, oh shit, we got like 500 niggas, man. Like, and what are we gonna do with them? But yeah, we definitely gonna get this shit popping, bro. Oh, School Rumble was great. School Rumble was a very funny show. School Rumble, Azumanga Daioh, that's just a lot of good shit, man. Vinland Saga, that's another good one I would recommend. Yeah. And also like I like sometimes you really want to recommend some funny, quirky stuff, like Kaguya-sama Love is War. That's one of my recent favorites. That one's great. You know what the funny thing is? One anime that's been really popular with people, like just random general public, Saki K. That show, like my boy Tundix, he's not into anime like that. He's only seen a couple of anime. He fucking loved Saki K because of how sarcastic the character was, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. $2 coming in from Devin Hunt. Are you going to check out Wheel of Time? So it is on my list, Devin. I've heard some good things about it. My homie Randall Thor 19, you guys know him, the man with the million. He is a big fan of the books, and he's been waiting for them to do an adaptation, and he really enjoyed it. So I'm going in based off of his recommendation, but I'll probably wait till the whole season is finished before I dive in. But have you seen it, Devin Hunt? Do you like it? We gonna host this game night, yo. Dead ass, man. One of these days we gonna do that shit. Yo, you know what'd be fucking dope is, you know what's really cool? So when I went out to Dallas a few years back, no, I wasn't in Dallas. I was in San Antonio. And in San Antonio, we went to this really chill bar. I didn't even know it was a bar, you guys. This is how crazy it was, right? So we pulled up, right? We walked inside the doors, and they have the whole bar set up in the back, right? So you have the booths and everything, the seats and all that, whatever. But then there's this whole lounge area where they have like pool tables. They have a lot of TVs everywhere. They have couches. They got cushions. I was like, is this a bar? Like, what is going on? It was like we were in somebody's house, bro. That's how crazy it was. Because there wasn't really any like formal tables where you could sit. There wasn't like regular tables where you go and sit down. Like the tables that were there were like lounging couches. And the cool thing about this place was that they had all the board games and shit on deck. Bro, they had Cards Against Humanity there. Oh my god, man. It was so fucking fun, bro. Like, I love those type of bars, man. Because here's the thing. Like, every now and then, yo, you want to go to a bar. But the thing about a lot of these bars is that literally most of the time you in these bars, you just sit and post it up with your homies, right? And you're waiting until the liquor kick in. That's when you can go start dancing and maybe call over a couple shorties and then do that. But yo, sometimes you go to these like lounge-ish fun bars where they have like these games and stuff. Oh my god, it was so fun, dude. It was so fun. And I remember the bartender came over and she was just like, you guys are playing cards? And I said, hell yeah, you want to join in? And she joined in for a little bit. You know, she couldn't play obviously because she was bartending, but it was so cool, man. Oh, Assassination Classroom is a really good one. Oh, you guys got some really good taste here. Devil's a Part-Timer. I loved that shit, man. I need to go back and rewatch that. I recently rewatched Erased and Toradora, both of those earlier in the summer. Oh, so good, man. Yeah, honestly, for me, in my enjoyment of anime, like I am very, very particular about anime the older I get. And a lot of the anime I've noticed that I've been enjoying haven't been, I don't know the right way to say this, but they're not like anime, like, you know how like most anime, they have like over exaggerated like character reactions and all the crazy isms in anime. They've just been very chill, and every now and then they'll have those things. And I've noticed I really like those shows a lot because you get to grow with the characters more, and they're not relying on the shock value or setting up the gags. Like real and relatable characters like Toradora. Such a beautiful slow burn romance anime. It's so good, man. So good, man. You guys got like, we got a whole game lounge here. Last time I went was pre-pandemic for my birthday, so they may have improved it. Oh shit. Yo, we out. We out, Dan. We out, man. We're out, bro. Is that the place with because I remember when I went to where was I? I don't think I was in the Village. But my sister and I, a few years ago, they were playing one of the old Sailor Moon movies at this theater. I think it might have been the Village. I'm not sure. But either way, there was a barcade downstairs in this basement. And they had like all these classic games and shit. I was like, what? Now, my sister, like, she grew up on those, but she's not like, oh, okay, they got games here. But if I went there with the right people, like you, like Rhino over here, oh my God. Like I said, the second I went in there, I saw Dig Dug. I was like, Dig Dug? It's fucking Dig Dug. Like, oh man. Dig Dug, Miss Pac-Man. Like, yo. Some of the kids nowadays, they're like, what? What the fuck's a Dig Dug? Is that a Pokemon? Oh, hey, what's up, Maddie? What's up, bro? Dude, barcades are the best. Yo, you combine video games and alcohol. Like, that's amazing. And then you combine people's tempers when playing video games. And that could be a disaster. Dude, if you guys have a oh, now I want a barcade. Now I want a barcade. I want to go to a barcade. Oh, you guys are throwing out some good recommendations and stuff. I started Violet Evergarden. I did start that, Issa Name. I did start it. I'm not finished, though. I did start it, though. Oh, you guys got some good taste. You got some good taste in this fucking chat. I love it. If you could only... All right, so here's a question for everybody. If you could only play with just one gaming console for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Now, I assume you're talking about consoles in general and not just what we have now, like the PS5 and the Xbox and the Switch. One gaming console for the rest of your life. Honestly, I'm gonna go with the PlayStation 2. I'm gonna go with the PS2 because of just how many franchises that like I resonate with nowadays, how they started on the PS2, and how many franchises that started on like the PS1 and how they grew and evolved on the PS2. So I would say the PlayStation 2, because that right there is Devil May Cry. Those are the modern Grand Theft Auto games. That's Kingdom Hearts. That's Jak and Daxter. That's Sly Cooper. That's a lot of stuff, man. That's a lot of stuff on the PS2, bro. Manhunt, The Warriors, Rockstar's best years were on the PS2. So I'd definitely go with the PS2. What about you guys? I'm seeing some people say the Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo is another great one. Xbox 360. Yeah, 360 was the GOAT, man. You know what the thing is? If the PS3 was 100% backwards compatible for every single iteration and not just the first couple ones, I would say the PS3 just because of the backwards compatibility, and then you get access to the PS3 library as well. $2 super chat from Flame. Don't forget the Ghost Stories English dub. Yes, if you guys want a funny ass English dub, watch Ghost Stories. It's on, I believe, High Dive. It's one of the funniest dubs of all time. It's so good. All right, so I'm gonna be controversial right now. I don't know why people are saying like, yo, Dreamcast is one of the greatest consoles of all time. I'm just looking at the library of the Dreamcast, and it's got some good games. But like, come on now. Over the PS2? Over the PS2. Over the PS2, over the Super Nintendo, I can't with the Dreamcast. It's cool. It's cool. Don't get it twisted. But nah, man. You must really love those franchises on the Dreamcast. That's all I'm saying, you know? Yeah, if I had okay, top 3, PS2 is number 1. Number 2 is Oh, fuck. I want to say Super Nintendo. But then again, the 360 has Mass Effect. Oh. And it's got Halo 3. Oh. It's got Broken Bond. Ooh. Oh, that's tough. Oh. Oh, shit, that's tough, man. I can't. Yo, I can't with that shit, man. Oh, take it easy, Ghost Rider. You have a good one, bro. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, nah, the Dreamcast, like I said, is solid, and they were doing a lot of shit that other consoles weren't. But just because you got the potential for greatness, that don't mean shit if you don't got the games. Because, you know, the games is what matters, man. COVID Omicron announcement of shutdown of flights was to make BTC dump on monthly closings for it to go back to 28K. Changed my mind. I mean, I'm not too well versed on that as much as you are, Chris, but shit. No, Series X is it's a great value proposition. And looking forward, it's probably going to be the best generation for Xbox. But if we're talking about like right now, I would say the PS2. What was the last game that made you rage and want to throw your controller at the screen? Like I don't really want to count Dark Souls because it's meant to be challenging. But so I'm not going to really include any Soulsborne games. That's easy. If we're talking about frustrating games, I would definitely have to say going through some of those Gears of War games on Insane. Oh my God. Going through a Gears of War campaign on Insane is literally tripling the runtime. It's tripling the amount of time you're supposed to play the game. So let's say most Gears campaigns are like 6, 7, 8 hours. You're probably going to play this shit for like 15, 16, 17, 18 hours. So Gears on Insane is really fucking annoying. I guess Uncharted on Crushing, same thing. But, I mean, that's easy. That's just difficulty stuff. I'm trying to think, like, what other games made me want to rage so bad? You know, honestly, I'm just going to go Gears on Insane. I'd say Gears on Insane, man. Gears on Insane is something else. Like, there were some annoying aspects about some games growing up. Like, Kingdom Hearts platforming. Oh, God. Going through Deep Jungle. The platforming sections. That was annoying. But it's not like I want to throw a controller. It's just, fuck, this is irritating. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Gears of War 2. I feel bad for people that didn't experience it at its time, man. The co-op campaign. The Horde mode. Oh, my God. These Forza Horizon 5 drivatars be having wanted me to rage quit. They're way harder than they were in 4. Yeah. Those drivatars, they stepped their game up, bro. Yo, Ninja Gaiden, yo. The OG Ninja Gaiden and then Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox consoles. The Sigma games, I noticed they did make them a little easier. The second boss fight with Nagi on Scarlet Nexus made me rage. Yeah, that was annoying. I did die a few times. Yo, you guys ever play a game and you just like, yeah, you rage, you want to throw your controller, but then you're just sitting there like not that you're about to cry, but you're just like I remember when I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix and I was going up against the fucking Lingering Will. That man made me rage so fucking much. Him, and then also Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1 on Proud but difficulty. Oh my God. When he started doing them rapid attacks, dude, I would get so pissed off because this man's sword, the range of his sword was ridiculous. It was like 20 miles long. And this dude, whenever you're just running and you're trying to heal, and bro, it's like literally you're just like, it's like heal, and then that thing just hits you and you're dead. I was like, what the fuck? That shit, man. I damn near had a conniption. The boss fight at Beastcast where you have to fight as Mickey. Was that when you were going up against, that was when you were fighting Zaldin, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's always when you have low health. Because you could be cool the entire game, but when you have low health, that's when you get pissed off, man. He's just like, man, fuck this shit, bro. Sigma was a cake after the massacre that was the Xbox version. That's a fact, bro. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 Sephiroth is easy. I only died to him like 5 to 6 times. It was probably more like 10. But Kingdom Hearts 1, I died to that nigga at least 25 times, 30 times, man. That dude was annoying, bro. That dude was... Oh, him and Kurt Ziza. That dude got on my nerves, man. That dude got on my nerves. Thank God for Leaf Bracer. Huh. Nah, but you... Okay, here, I'll tell y'all what was annoying. And it's not because it was really difficult, but it was tedious. In the first Kingdom Hearts game, if you died during the finale, right? Because, you know, at the end of the first Kingdom Hearts game, it's not a spoiler, but the main boss has 1, 2, 3. He's got like 5 different forms. The last 3 are the same form, but you have to go through mundane things to do damage to him. So it's a long process, right? But if you die at any point there, you have to restart from the very beginning. That shit was annoying. Because you would make it through the first one pretty easy. Second one you might have a little trouble with, but you can get through it if you know how to guard and dodge. And then the third one is irritating because you're flying most of the time. And you know, aerial combat in Kingdom Hearts is not the same as ground combat. So that was frustrating. You don't have access to all of your combos. And then doing that, and then again, he has the same, like, annoying ass range. Not the same range as Sephiroth, but he has annoying range. And then there's things, lightning hitting you in the air. Like, that was annoying, man. If there were boss fights that got easier the lower your health got, like the boss is a beast when you're high HP, but then when you're low, you're closer to losing, but it's a little easier. Yeah, so like, it scales essentially. I think what would, in order for that to happen, there would have to be advancements in AI. And I've noticed that a lot. Like if you guys play The Last of Us Part 2, oh my God, the AI in that game is incredible. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the clip I retweeted today, but like every single time I see someone play Last of Us Part 2, I find new things about that game. It's fucking insane the lengths Naughty Dog went. It's insane. But I would love for AI improvements to be the next thing they focus on in the game industry, because that means that like no two person's playthroughs are going to be exactly the same. Because for some bosses, if you get down the fight pattern and you analyze that, it's all just a matter of memorization and knowing what not to do in situations. Like, just because you have an opportunity to take a hit, don't just go in and do a lot of damage if you know their wake up is gonna like take half your health. So you think strategically, and you can get through most boss fights. But if you start messing with the AI and it starts learning you and your fight patterns, oh my God. Like if it knows exactly that you know to dodge consecutively on 5 attacks, and it sneaks in a 6th attack without you knowing, the second you let down your dodge, like that would be, not your dodge, your guard. That would be so cool. $5 coming in from Blue Senshi. Happy I don't got to spend $70 on games anymore thanks to my PC. Oh, the PC. I don't know if you talk about Game Pass or you talk about the sailing the high seas, but I assume you're talking about just in general games on PC being $60. Yeah. That's the thing. Yo, all right. Do you guys think Xbox is going to start charging for $70 games once we start getting to the full fat next gen Xbox exclusives? Like anything that's not cross gen. Do you think they're going to start charging $70? Honestly, I think they are. But at the same time, just knowing who it is, it's Microsoft, I can see them keeping it at 60 because, you know, their main appeal is Game Pass. But that would be scummy if they raised the price to $70 and their excuse was, well, just subscribe to Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't like that. But, dude, if they start... Because, you know, PC games didn't used to be $60. PC games being $60 across the board was, like, it really started with the EA and Activision games, because back before then, PC games used to be like $40, $50. And then around the time of Battlefield 3 and Call of Duty starting to like ramp up in popularity, that's when we started seeing $60 games on PC. Yeah, I really hope they don't do that, Bobby. I hope they don't say like we're raising the price of games to $70, but Game Pass is the thing. Like, I hate when you do something anti-consumer and just because you have a pro-consumer alternative, that makes it okay. Like, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? You ever had to change difficulty of a boss fight because it was too hard to just get past it? You know what? Yes, I did. I recently did that. For Lost Judgment because I was playing the game on the hardest difficulty, and the final boss, it was one of those bosses where you literally have to go into like, it has phases to this shit. So I kept getting to the point where I was almost close to beating him, and then I was just like, all right, I'm frustrated. I'm bumping this down to normal difficulty. Fuck this shit. So yeah, I had to bump it down from hard to normal on that. But with Jedi Fallen Order, I didn't have to. I just played Jedi Fallen Order on the standard difficulty. I had no issues whatsoever. Because honestly, if you can guard and dodge in Jedi Fallen Order, you're good. I know if I play it on like Grandmaster difficulty or whatever it's called, that's gonna be a fucking headache. Especially with some of those enemies that like be charging at you, like that one droid who's a hugger. Oh my god, that should be annoying, bro. Yo, Gaming Addict, what's good, bro? Shout out to my man Gaming Addict, the young wolf of the Iron Lords podcast. That's the homie right there. Hope you're doing well, man. Yo, we were just talking about like games that made you want to rage quit and throw the fucking controller. And everyone unanimously was just like Ninja Gaiden. Oh god. The final boss on Jedi Fallen Order, you had to change the difficulty. Really though? I don't think the final boss is that difficult. Honestly, one thing that really helped me with that final boss was the freeze. You know, the force freeze thing. Like slow it down and everything. That was clutch, because then I went in, I did some damage, and I did the whole double lightsaber thing. That was pretty good. But now, I don't think Jedi Fallen Order was ever ridiculously challenging. I think the problem with Jedi Fallen Order is most people go into it expecting it to be like the Force Unleashed. And when they find out it's not like the Force Unleashed, they're like, oh no, this game is too difficult. I don't want to have to learn a game. So they either bump it down to story mode difficulty or they just give up. But nah, it was not this like I don't know, man. Like you know me, I'm not great at Dark Souls games. I can get through them. But like I was playing Jedi Fallen Order. I was like, okay, so just know to dodge, know when to use your stims, use your force, and that's it, man. Yeah, those Steam sales are nice, man. What are your thoughts on The Last of Us game's stories? I thought they were really enjoyable stories. I'm one of those people that actually really liked the story of The Last of Us Part 2. The only main issue I had with the game was that I think it went on 5 hours longer than it was supposed to. So the pacing got really wonky towards the end. Like, that game had 3 endings. I thought I was watching Lord of the Rings Return of the King for a second. I was like, wait, you just faded to black. Now are you fading to black again and then again? So for me, the biggest problem with Last of Us Part 2 story was just the pacing of it. And just like how they kept jumping back and forth in the narratives. And I understand there was a story significance to it, but it just felt really wonky because every single time you get to a really hype moment, it's like, oh, it's time to switch objectives, time to switch narratives. It's like, oh, come on, bro. This is like Dream Drop Distance all over again. Except in the case of Dream Drop Distance, that was annoying because you could be fighting a boss and then when you see the meter run out, it's like you dropped and then you got to fight that boss again. Would you date a single mom if she had a daughter? That's a hard pass for me. My friend asked me out. She has a 3-year-old son. She doesn't have custody though. I said yes, but I'll see what happens. Honestly, bro, no. I can't date a single mom. That's just me, man, because just in my experiences with seeing everything happening in the world, that's just a lot of unnecessary drama. And I'm not saying it can't work, because you know I know homies who, you know, they have kids and their woman knows that they have kids and they get together, they have a family, you know, like everyone's life is different, and that's fine. That's cool. If you can make it work, you can make it work. But me, honestly, I prefer she doesn't have a kid. So that's it. I never got past building the raft on Kingdom Hearts. I got bored and jumped on Final Fantasy 9. Oh, this man's got some good taste. Final Fantasy 9 is great. But yeah, the mundane busy work of the early Kingdom Hearts games. Yeah. Like, could you imagine? That's why Kingdom Hearts is always interesting to see new people get into it. Cause man, like as a kid, that stuff was annoying. But now with how we play games, that shit is frustrating. Like, oh god, the Roxas prologue in Kingdom Hearts 2. I was like, nope. Even now as an adult, I don't like playing through that. But then I saw somebody say that Roxas segment was the best part of Kingdom Hearts 2. And I was like, okay, they should not have given internet access to some of y'all. I went through the whole Jedi Fallen Order game with 2 heals. I don't even know there was upgrades still damn near the end of the game. Wow, Addict. Holy shit, bro. That's good, though. You only had 2 stims. That's good. Yeah, I never got to the point where I completely ran out of stims. I usually had 1 or 2 in the tank. I believe I ended off both my playthroughs with around like 4 stims. Yo, I loved both of their gameplays, Abby and Ellie, but at the same time, I loved playing as Abby a lot, man. That shit was good. Good times, man. I'm probably going to do a playthrough of Last of Us Part 2 next year. Some people should be banned from using the internet. That's a fact, bro. A lot of people on Twitter should be banned from using the internet. What time is it right now? Oh, shit. It is 9:30. Holy crap, man. We've been going for 3 hours in this bitch. Oh, shit, you guys. I think it's about time we wrap it up for tonight, y'all. I had no idea we were on 3 hours. Usually I'd be like, yo, we've been going for an hour and a half, 2 hours, but we had 3. And now the fatigue is starting to set in. Holy shit. Holy shit. But yeah, you guys, I want to thank y'all so much for coming out for another Ask Neo stream. Most of y'all have been here from beginning to end, which is fucking insane, but I love y'all for it. I love y'all so much. As usual, things I want to pimp out are going to be down below in the video description. Give your boy a follow on Twitter, twitter.com/NeoGameSpark. That's where I post all my spicy memes and my hot takes about how Sakura Haruno is a terrible character, even though she's Gaming Addict's top female protagonist in all of fiction. Yes, that is what Gaming Addict truly believes. He's got Sakura Haruno posters and a body pillow. It's true. It's 100% facts, man. So yeah, give your boy a follow on Twitter. In addition to all the other links, our Discord community, the Phantom Weirdos. Thank you so much to all the super chats. Thank you so much to all the Patreons and the YouTube members. You guys are the best. And no, I am not bugging Gaming Addict. That's a fact. The only bugs that exist are from Shiro Aburame in Naruto. That's the only thing out there, man. But yeah, you guys. Oh god, all it takes is one fucking joke to derail this whole stream. But before we go, you guys know it is sacred. It is what we do at the end of Ask Neo. We are gonna have ourselves a hydration check. NKDN, my guy, what's up, bro? We're gonna have a hydration check, which for those who do not know, a hydration check is essentially my way of making sure y'all niggas drink your water and stay hydrated, because it's very important. Because when you drink water, you're hydrated, and when you're hydrated, you have better skin, you got better hair, nails, all that good stuff. So on the count of 3, you guys, you're gonna grab your favorite H2O beverage of choice, and I do say H2O because I know how some of y'all alcoholics are. Just because it's clear does not mean it's water. All you vodka drinkers. And on the count of 3, we gonna hydrate in this bitch. 1, 2, 3. Hydration. That shit, bro. That shit after a stream, that shit feel good, man. That shit feel great. And then the homie Bobby, play SMT. God has spoken. Is God the final boss in that game too? But yeah, it's definitely on my list, man. After I finish up Metroid Dread, I'm gonna go ahead and start SMT5, my guy. But yeah, you guys, Thank you so much for coming through this stream. If y'all haven't hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button. It helps out the channel tremendously. And for me to you for now, my name is NGS signing out. And like always, I catch you guys later. Peace out, y'all. And play Guardians of the Galaxy. It's 25 bucks right now. On sale on Walmart. On sale. I think it's on sale Best Buy and Amazon too. I'm not so sure. But Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a very good game. Take it easy, y'all. Have a good one.